Along with me, Chris Bev, who has made his way back up from the field. And thank you for that interview with the coach. Very instructive, kind of hard to talk about a 78-72 game, Chris. We don't really know what to expect from Bauxite tonight, I'd have to say.
You don't. You see the captains on the field. Arkadelphia won the toss and will take the ball. One of Bauxite's captains, Marcus Wimberly, the senior quarterback, running back, wide receiver, plays safety, a little bit of everything. Their offense is going to go as Marcus Wimberly does. He's going to be a tremendous athlete. He's going to be one of the best athletes on the field. It's going to be tackling. Coach Shucker and I talked a lot about tackling, and that's going to be key tonight, especially when Wimberly has the ball.
Tell you what, three good seniors up there as captains for Arkadelphia. Braden Wagner, Kyle Reed, Nathan Alexander, captains for Arkadelphia tonight. I expect quite a matchup here with two really talented offenses. We might have a lot of scoring, but you know what? Arkadelphia's defense has been very strong this year.
I think that's one of the things that makes the coaching staff feel okay about tonight is the way the defense has been playing up front. The strength of this defensive unit is the defensive line. Nykeeson Wimberly, Lance Gully, Jacoby just went blank. He escorted my daughter today. Jacoby Campbell, sorry, Jacoby. But and then Xavier Williams. Those defensive linemen, they rotate about 6 or 7 of those guys in, and so it's a front that really causes havoc, and they're going to have to put pressure on Bauxite tonight.
And so you see the Arkadelphia Badgers coming onto the field. We're just about ready for action. Sponsors tonight, as always, we're so appreciative. They bring you these games. They support all the equipment that we use. The players really have, I think, their heads on straight. It's homecoming, Chris. There are distractions, but at the same time, you want to win your homecoming game.
Absolutely. You hear coaches talk all the time about homecoming being, fun for the players, fun for the students. But once it comes to 7 o'clock, all of the hoopla and the rigmarole and all that is over, and it's time to concentrate on what you have to do football-wise.
Yeah, you remember that homecoming night. You remember that homecoming game. You certainly want it to be a victory. I think it's going to be an outstanding game, and I'm not surprised that Arkadelphia decided they wanted the ball first.
I'm not either. I think they want to try to set a tone offensively, establish the playmakers, try to get off to a quick start. Last week, that quick start came defensively. Tonight, Arkadelphia wanted to do that offensively.
Once again, Arkadelphia 1-0 in conference play. Bauxite 1-0 in conference play. The other teams that are 1-0 are Ashdown and Malvern, some familiar opponents to Arkadelphia. It's going to be a whale of a conference race, and we are looking forward to seeing who's going to come out on top of the hill tonight between these two very fine teams. Bauxite, not the Bauxite that we've seen in the past, the Bauxite that has lost 10 straight to Arkadelphia, but instead a Bauxite with more talent, more, I think, players for one thing. They're a growing school and a growing program.
That's right. Coach Caleb Perry has done a nice job. Coach Wimberly, Michael Maddox. It's a good staff at Bauxite. They've done it. They've built numbers. They've benefited from where they live. They have a great program, and they are saying, no, we're not the same Bauxite of 10 years, the last time these teams were in the same conference.
If you notice as you get some close-ups in a moment on the screen, you're going to see a different kind of helmet for Bauxite. They've got a protective helmet that they wear during their games, and you don't see many of those yet. It'll be interesting if you see more of those as time goes by. Here's the kickoff. Arkadelphia will field an onside kick. High bounce, but Arkadelphia will field it at just about their own 45-yard line.
Took a high bounce. It's what if you're the kicking team, that's what you want. And Arkadelphia was lined up 15 yards off of the ball that time, so there was some space, but Arkadelphia was able to recover that one. And Arkadelphia will have really good field position, only needing 45 yards to go. Be interesting to see. You have Kyle Reed in tonight. Blake Moody's still out, so it'll be Kyle Reed and Caden Whitaker at the running back spots for Arkadelphia. And be interesting to see if they try to establish the run or go up top.
Really fascinating. Onside kick on the opening kickoff of the game. Arkadelphia, first down and 10, its own 45-yard line. They'll send Purifoy in motion. 3 receivers bottom of your screen. They want to throw it. There is a catch to the 50, to the 45. Good move to the 40-yard line of Bauxite. And down the sideline to the 30-yard line. Big gain on first down.
Maddox Finley takes the just a route right across the middle. Crossing route, nice spot by McCoy. Arkadelphia overloaded the left side of the field on that one and really made the defense work. Finley found a nice spot, large gain.
29-yard line of Bauxite, first down and 10. Pass, that's an open receiver. That is Wagner across the 20, still running. He stepped out of bounds at the 17, but another first down.
2 plays for Arkadelphia, 2 Welch Funeral Home first downs. Pretty good efficiency so far.
They really have good passes, good runs after the catch. Arkadelphia marching down the field quickly. Now they're going to mark it at the 16-yard line. First down and 10. They'll pass again. There's a completion to Purifoy to the 5. They'll drag him down inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, but Arkadelphia continues to march right down the field.
Yep. 3 plays, 3 Welch Funeral Home first downs. Pretty good efficiency for Arkadelphia. Again, I just said that, but it's been really good.
Now from the 3, they're going to run. Here's Reed. He's hit. He bounces and makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkadelphia. That was a 4-play touchdown drive of 55 yards.
Yeah, Jeff, it just doesn't get much better for that than for an offense. I mean, just absolutely wonderful.
Don't adjust your set now or your phone. That's the exciting lighting here at Badger Stadium, celebrating that touchdown. Here's Seth Molinari, really excellent kicker for Arkadelphia. His kick is up, and as usual, it is good. Arkadelphia 7. Bauxite has not yet had the ball. 11:06 left. We are early in the first quarter, and we'll be back. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
All right, so I don't mention numbers very often on the broadcast. We'll bring in names instead of numbers for the most part, but number 1, he's the guy, Marcus Wimberly. He's a quarterback sometimes, a running back sometimes. Tremendous speed, good moves in the open field. He last week had 234 yards rushing against Fountain Lake. Badgers set to kick off. Here's Molinari's kick. Got a good leg. He'll send it high and inside the 15. Here is a return, and the return goes to the left side. Some good blocking over there. He's up to the 30-yard line, 35, 38, maybe the 39-yard line. That's a good return and good field position for Bauxite.
Yeah, not what Arkadelphia is going to want on the return. Arkadelphia's return defense or kickoff cover has really been good, really good last week. They've had several opportunities for kickoff coverage. They've had a lot of practice, but that's one of the longest returns we've seen so far this season.
A little hard to see these numbers. Going to have to don the binoculars a little bit here. Here's the snap. Going to be a handoff. No, a fake handoff. The quarterback will keep it. He's got some yardage. Good running up to the 49-yard line. On the carry that time was the quarterback, Elijah Perry.
Perry has been injured. He's the head coach's son. He missed the first few games. Bauxite did not have a good start to the conference, to the 2024 season. Talking to Benny Arnold last night, former Badger, he said they just have not been healthy yet across the board. Still not completely there. They do have some back. Elijah Perry was one of those players that was missing. He's back at quarterback for the Miners.
Wimberly is lined up at receiver right now. One back formation, familiar formation. 3 receivers close to the line of scrimmage. Here is a run to the left, and not much of a gain this time. They're going to knock him out of bounds, and again it was the quarterback, Elijah Perry. They get some positive yardage out, though. Across the 50-yard line, so they are in Arkadelphia territory at the 48-yard line. Arkadelphia has a strong defense, but Bauxite, talented running backs, and their offensive line's looking pretty good right now. Second down and 6. Here is a pass play. The pass is complete to Wimberly. He's going to make some yardage, but be tackled at the Arkadelphia 35-yard line. Good pass, and Wimberly's going to catch it if it's near him.
He is very sure-handed. And this just kind of gives Bauxite a threat that they had not had when Perry was not in the game at quarterback. Wimberly was having to play quarterback a lot for Bauxite. It kind of limited what they were able to do. Now you're able to put Wimberley outside. This is one of the best athletes Arkadelphia will see the rest of the season.
They'll again line up with Wimberley as a receiver. They are going to hand it off. Run to the left. Nowhere to go this time. The Badgers get in there very, very quickly.
Skylar McClure coming from that defensive end position to just kind of sealed that one off. Bauxite had some success early in the first few plays of getting outside. Arkadelphia did not allow them to get outside that play. Skylar McClure, nice job. First tackle for loss for Arkadelphia so far this game.
Second down, and they're going to need 13 yards for a first down. So good play on first down. We'll see what will happen on second. Obviously, you can throw the ball, but they like to run. They'll send a man in motion, and they will run it back to the left side. But Arkadelphia is right there, and he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and long coming.
That's just knowing your assignment, not biting, and the whole right side of the Arkadelphia defense. You had corner, you had outside linebacker Reese Campbell. All of them stayed there, stayed home, didn't bite into the fake, and that caused the second straight tackle for loss.
A little bit of deception, at least an attempt at that by Bauxite, but Arkadelphia was not buying that. They were in position, as Chris said, and made the tackle. Good tackling by the Arkadelphia defense. Third down and 14 yards to go, closer to 15. They want to hand it off, and this is Wimberley around the end. He's got speed, but he's not going to make a first down. Down at the 32-yard line, they're going to need another 7 yards for a first down.
Yeah, that was actually Caden Metzger. Metzger is a running back, 7-1. You remember these jerseys are hard to see. Metzger had an 87-yard touchdown run last week, a very speedy back. Just got about half of it back, but still 4th and 7.
Yeah, I was judging that really by the speed. He's almost as fast as Wimberley. Wimberley lined up behind the right tackle now. And back to pass. Ooh, under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. That is a fourth down that does not come to a first for Bauxite. Arkadelphia, Chris gave up a couple of first downs and then stopped them cold. Offense back on the field.
Quintavion Morris got the blitz there from that left linebacker spot, shot the gap there on the left side of that offensive line for Bauxite, and was really able to disrupt that. Didn't let that play develop, and it's a turnover on downs for Arkadelphia. That's really what the defense needed, was to come out, answer the offensive score with a stop of their own. Coach Kaiser calls up the blitz, and Quintavion Morris delivered with a tackle for loss.
All right, Arkadelphia lines up its own 39-yard line. First down and 10. Pass play. McCoy looking downfield. He'll fire it short. That's a completion to the 45, to the 50-yard line, and just across midfield. Another good play on first down.
Yep. I believe that was Orion Roberts. Had a tremendous game. He got that Welch Funeral Home first down for Arkadelphia on his first catch of the night. Just a fantastic game offensively last week. Good start tonight.
Gain of 11. They place the ball at the 50. McCoy throws again. That's a completion. On the run, it's caught to the 40, to the 31-yard line. Excellent play, and once again, Wagner on the catch.
I think I'm just going to keep the Welch Funeral Home first down marker up. The defensive backs are giving a 7-yard cushion on both sides of the ball. Actually 5 right now on the right side of the Arkadelphia offense, and 7 or 8 on the left side.
That was a 20-yard gain on that play.
This is Roberts in the slot here on the left. He has an outside linebacker on him, but the safety, that's Wimberley. He's 12 yards off.
All right, Arkadelphia wants to pass again. They'll fire the ball into the flat, knocked down incomplete. That time a little bit off target, and it's second down and 10.
Maddox Finley went from receiver to defensive back, having to break in front of that one and force the incompletion. The first incomplete pass of the night for Arkadelphia, first time they've not gained a first down on a play.
So the Badgers, with the ball spotted at the 31-yard line, have second down and 10 in Bauxite territory, but now a blitz coming from the wide side, and they're going to knock down the quarterback before he has a chance to do anything. He'll lose yardage back to the 37-yard line. That blitz worked, and Arkadelphia has third down and 16. On third down, Arkadelphia lines up. 3 receivers, bottom of the screen, 2 to the top. No blitz. He's got a little bit of time. He wants to throw, and now he's going to run. He's going to pick up yardage to the 30, and the ball slips out of his hands as he goes out of bounds near the 35. I think a little short of that. So fourth down coming, but he picked up a big chunk.
Yeah, Arkadelphia definitely will be in 4-down territory here. 4th and 5, 4th and 4 actually is what they're going to mark it. Had some open receivers, but there's a little bit of pressure there, and McCoy wasn't able to see those open receivers. I guess it is 4th and 5, my fault.
4th down, and we'll call it 5. They're going to mark it at the 26. They got to go to the 21. 4th down, Arkadelphia lines up. 4 receivers on the left side. They want to pass to the right. Nobody open. Now he's going to throw it anyway, but it's over the head of the intended receiver, so Bauxite gets to cheer as Arkadelphia fails to convert on a 4th down. Both teams have played defense when they've needed to the last 2 possessions. After Arkadelphia got the opening score, this time they're stopped at the 26-yard line of Bauxite, and the Miners take over. Look for a moment like they would drive right back down the field as they did earlier and get a score, but Bauxite's defense showed up, forced the turnover on downs. From the 26-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Miners. They have thrown the ball a few times. They ran a lot for a lot of yards last week. Going to throw it into the flat. Nobody there, incomplete.
Yeah, miscommunication there, and I think Arkadelphia might have kind of blown that one up. Either Orion Roberts at the corner or Quintavion Morris. Wimberly came in motion. I think they were trying to go to Wimberly, but Roberts kind of pushed the blocker way too far back and forced Perry to kind of go to no man's land. Incomplete pass.
Bauxite lines up, 2nd down and 10 yards to go. They moved quickly down the field from their own 39 to the Arkadelphia 39, but turned it over on downs. And now they're going to set up again. Going to be a running play, this time up the middle, and Arkadelphia is very good at stopping runs up the middle, so there's not much room there. On the carry for Bauxite was Caden Metzger. He just gained 1. 3rd down and 9. This is not 4-down territory, one would think. Ball between the 26 and 27. 3rd down and long for Bauxite. They want to throw the ball. They're going to throw it back to the left, but tackled immediately. What a fine play.
Yeah. Reese Campbell read that screen. They went and kind of looked Arkadelphia off to the right, came back with a screen to the left to Wimberly. Ball was in the air a long time, and Reese Campbell was able to tackle Wimberly as soon as he made the catch.
Well, they've run a few plays offensively in the last 2 possessions, Chris, designed to fool Arkadelphia a bit, but there's no fooling Arkadelphia on those last 2 possessions. They were in position and made the tackle. Against Oklahoma commitment, Wimberly's a great player, but he was hit immediately. Ooh, a bad snap. That ball rolls to the 10. He wants to try to throw it. He's in trouble. He'll throw it incomplete. That was 4th down and a big-time mistake by Bauxite.
Yeah, when your defense has just gotten a stop after the offense went down and really the Arkadelphia offense went down and controlled, that's the last thing Bauxite needed. For Arkadelphia, you've got to be able to take advantage of it. This is similar to last week when the defense got a pick on the first possession. Arkadelphia was able to score. You've got to cash in on this one if you have since you're getting the ball at the 24-yard line.
The one thing the punter did right here, besides just getting the ball because it was a bad snap, he threw an incomplete pass. So the ball's at the 24 instead of around the 10-yard line. Arkadelphia's got a little bit more ground to cover, but great field position to start this possession. They'll send a man in motion, 1 back, next to the quarterback, McCoy. They'll throw it to him. That's Reed out of the backfield. He makes 1 man miss to the 20-yard line, to the 15-yard line, breaks the tackle inside the 10. Good run after the catch.
Good run after the catch and good blocking downfield by Arkadelphia. Maddox Finley, Jay Purifoy, both blocking very well downfield, and really got Kyle Reed spurred inside the 10-yard line.
1st down and goal, Arkadelphia, 7-yard line of Bauxite. 4:58 left. We're in the first quarter. Arkadelphia leads at 7-0, trying to make it a 2-touchdown lead. Need all the touchdowns you can get against Bauxite. High snap, but McCoy has it. Looking for someone to throw to. He'll throw it incomplete. Tried to get it to the 5-yard line, but incomplete. Looked for a man in the deep corner, and he wasn't open, so it turns into 2nd down and goal from the 7. The running back is Reed, quarterback McCoy. We see Maddox Finley to the left side, bottom of your screen. They'll send a man in motion. They're going to hand it to Reed. Reed up the middle finds a hole. He's to the 2, he's to the 1. He is not in, but he made it to the 1.
That's what you need. At 3rd and goal, you're going to have 2 shots at this. Arkadelphia has not called for the Rhino package yet, meaning now we've got an injured player on the field. But a lot of times if you have the ball inside the 1, Arkadelphia has gone with the Rhino package, son, which means bringing the big guys in at fullbacks and Quintavious Morris at running back.
And the injured player, I think, is suffering from a cramp. It's been a warm day, but it's going to cool off tonight down in the 70s now, but it was a hot day.
It was a hot day. You had the homecoming pep rally out here today at 2 o'clock on the field. 92 degrees is what it read. 94 in my vehicle. Kind of laughed at me when I sat back in it. And I can tell you, about 5:30 this evening, it was still hot out there.
It did not take me long to get used to the cooler weather, so it seems hot today when 92 wouldn't have seemed that bad in the middle of August. But today it just seemed hot.
I think we're close. To a little cool snap. Like 2 days close, I hope.
It's actually going to be pretty comfortable by the time this game is over. Not necessarily in this box,
Not in
Chris.
this box.
But when we leave the box at the end of the game.
I'm just glad I got the suit off.
You did that in a hurry. From just inside the 1 yard line, Arkadelphia lines up. Reed is the running back, quarterback McCoy. Reed will get the handoff. He looks for a hole. He will find it. Touchdown, Arkadelphia. Reed with another score.
That was just offensive line, blocks, Kyle Reed running behind the block, and then Arkadelphia, Kyle Reed really, really being strong after contact there at the 2 yard line. It looked like Arkadelphia was close. Reed was close to getting not stopped but slowed down, and he just powered through it.
Kick by Molinari is up, and it is good again. He is so consistent. What a good kicker for Arkadelphia. 4:29 left. Opening quarter. Arkadelphia has moved to a 14-0 lead over Bauxite. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
You belong at Patterson Federal Credit Union. No matter your financial needs, Patterson has products to help. We offer all types of accounts, loans, certificates, and financial counseling. Patterson is also a strong supporter of the Arkadelphia School District. We provide food for students in need, have donated funds for additional security measures, and can always be counted on when a need arises for students and staff. Serving Clark County for over 67 years, we pride ourselves on providing the highest quality service to our members and our community. Join us soon. You belong here.
Both scoring drives for Arkadelphia have been 4 plays. One of them covered 55 yards at the beginning of the game, opening possession. This was a 24-yard drive after the punting mishap for Bauxite. And Arkadelphia leads at 14-0 and just about ready to kick off.
The second Patterson Federal Credit Union kickoff of the night for Seth Molinari. The last one resulted in Bauxite getting pretty good field position up to their own around 40-yard line. See if Arkadelphia is able to cover down a little bit more like they like to normally.
Here's the kick. Good, long line drive kick. It's going to be fielded, though, at the 7-yard line. He'll come back toward the middle of the field. Arkadelphia trying to chase him down at 15, and they're going to do it. He's down. Well,
they tried both times to set up a kickoff return left. And the first time it was successful, Arkadelphia that time really strung that one out. I believe that was Xavier Williams making that tackle. I think that's Xavier Williams making that tackle and really keeps Bauxite from starting with good field position. Now they're starting at their own 14-yard line.
Yeah, they marked it at the 14. Major difference of about 25 yards from the previous kickoff return. They're going to spread the field. No running backs. 5 receivers in the game. Back to pass. Under pressure. He wants to run for yardage. He'll throw instead, and it will be incomplete. Boy, I thought he had room to run. He chose to throw, but it was not hauled in by his receiver.
Yeah, the flag was thrown on the far side by the far side judge. I think this might be he was close to being over that line of scrimmage when he threw the ball. Not sure that the 2 officials are looking at their notepads. I don't know if they're writing something down or what, but normally when you see them write something down, it's an unsportsmanlike or something. But we'll see. But he sure looked like he might have been close to being over the line of scrimmage with all parts of his body when he threw that ball.
Be a call against Bauxite. It was a little hard to tell. Neither team was moving, but the call is against Bauxite.
Yeah, it's illegal forward pass, loss of down, so it's the penalty, and it will be second and long.
They're going to mark it off back to the 9-yard line, and it is second down. That was a mistake because I thought he could run for some yardage. He hit his receiver, but he was beyond the line of scrimmage. He wants to run. Going to his right, he's trapped way back. He might be at the 1. Let's see if they mark it at the 1 or 2. What great penetration by the defense.
And that was a direct snap to Wimberly. They tried to get the ball in the hands of Marcus Wimberly, Nikeeson Wimberly, and Arkadelphia's LaJavis Moody were there at the defensive line, kind of stretching that one out. And the linebackers came in. Nice disciplined defense there for Arkadelphia, forcing the third and what are you, Curtis or Gurdon?
Well, I'll tell you what, they got a long way to go. They're a dangerous team, but this could be a big play for them, more likely a big play for Arkadelphia. He does want to throw. He's under pressure in the end zone. Throw across the middle is incomplete. It's fourth down, and their punter is going to be in the back of the end zone.
Well, and Perry was pressured. He had to get rid of that ball as soon as he could. Skylar McClure there. Coach Kaiser brought a blitz again. They put pressure on Perry, and the secondary was still there. Even if the screen pass had been completed, the secondary was there. Was not going to be a 21-yard gain. So now Bauxite went backwards 11 yards on that drive, and I believe that's Perry, and his heels are standing at the edge of that blue and white.
And remember, it was a bad snap on the previous punt. A lot of pressure now on the Miners. Here's the snap, much better this time. He does get the kick away, and the kick will be caught and returned from the 35-yard line. Here's Wagner. He's up to the 30. He's hit at that spot. That should give him forward progress at the 30. But it's good field position either way for Arkadelphia.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision by Braden Wagner of returning that one. No harm there. You're going to get the ball even if you tackle when you catch it. You're still going to have great field position. He's able to get some forward progress there. I believe it looks like they're going to be at the 31-yard line. So, again, good starting field position for Arkadelphia.
Wagner will line up at the top of your screen. Next to him will be Purifoy, a couple of really dangerous offensive players for Arkadelphia. McCoy at quarterback. He wants to pass it. He'll go to the left side. There's a completion to Finley. Finley's got a completion inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Another Welch Funeral Home first down for that Arkadelphia offense. Maddox Finley with at least his second catch of the night so far. Really, really has done a good job for Arkadelphia.
He really has. On first down running play, here's some room for the running back, and that's going to be a new running back in. Yep. I think they're bringing in their sophomore.
Yeah, Caden Whitaker got the call on that one. He and Kyle Reed will share snaps. Blake Moody is still out this week. Hopefully he'll be back soon. That gives that three-headed monster that we talked about with Coach Shucker in the pregame show, but strong runner is Caden Whitaker.
Ball at the 13. That was a gain of 5. Pass play into the end zone. Yes, he's got it. Touchdown, Arkadelphia.
Maddox Finley, there he is again. Touchdown for the Badgers as Maddox Finley finds the seam. Nice spot ball placement by Bryson McCoy. And Finley caught that one in traffic, held onto it, and then fell into the end zone. Nice touchdown reception for Maddox Finley.
There were defenders there, but the ball got to him, and he caught it in traffic, fell into the end zone. Beautiful play by both the quarterback McCoy and the receiver Finley. Seth Molinari's kick is up, and it's just always good. I should start calling it before he kicks it. It was good again. Arkadelphia 21, Bauxite 0, 2:33 left. We're in the first quarter tonight. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud to sponsor this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit one of our Arkadelphia locations, located at each I-30 exit, or our new Tiger Mart store, located on 10th and Pine in Arkadelphia. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say, "Go Badgers."
It was a 31-yard drive and only 2 plays. Arkadelphia scoring drives, Chris, 4 plays, 2 plays.
That tells me that's an average of 3.3 plays, 3.333 infinity. Is that good math?
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed by so many things you've done tonight. You wore a suit on the field with your daughter Millie. Congratulations to her and to everybody that was in the homecoming ceremony.
Not wearing a suit with you in the box.
No, you're not. No, but
I did
but
change.
you got your Badger clothes on.
Right,
You're good.
That's right.
You're good.
Yeah, hats off to Ashley Wesley, Kristen Cloninger, the homecoming coordinators. Ashley has directed homecoming for a while and really makes it special for the girls. I think we're gonna have to re-kick this one. Arkadelphia might have been offsides. Got a little antsy on that one.
All right, up 21-0 against Bauxite. You just can't take anything for granted. So Arkadelphia going to try to eliminate mistakes here. That time somebody did run a little bit ahead of the kick, so they're going to mark that off by 5.
Arkadelphia consistently has kicked to the left side of the kicked left, so cover down to this side. So Bauxite, the first 2 times, tried to have Metzger field it and go across the field. And I think that's what Arkadelphia hopes teams will do, to try to allow the speed of Arkadelphia to catch up and spread that one out and force a short kickoff return. To see if Bauxite tries a little bit different routine this time, or if they try to duplicate what they did first.
You might be predictable if you're kicking to that corner every time, but it also means that your kick coverage team knows exactly what to expect every time. They have defended well on kicks this year. But kicking from his own 35 now is Seth Molinari. And here is a line drive kick allowed to bounce. It is touched, I think, was it? Did he touch that?
He
it rolled into the end zone. It's a touchback anyway.
When it's going your way, it's going your way. That ball was angled towards the sideline. That was getting ready to be a penalty. It hit the ground and turned right and went straight down the sideline into the end zone.
What a great kick that was, and how disappointed the return man was when it didn't sail out of bounds. Instead of great field position, it's 1st and 10 at the 20. You expect better than that when your opponent is kicking off from the 35. But here comes Bauxite. Scored 78 points last week against Fountain Lake. They had a nice drive on their first possession tonight, but were stopped on downs. Since then, they have struggled offensively. Arkadelphia is getting a lot of penetration into the backfield. Here's a run to the left. Again, a fight to get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Wimberly went in motion, and they just gave him on the almost like a jet sweep as soon as he took the snap and took it. And you could tell it was going to be a decent play for Arkadelphia, because as soon as Wimberly took that handoff, his momentum had to start going backwards because the Arkadelphia had strung that one out.
He did a very good job of just picking up 2 yards that
Absolutely.
time. Second down, 8 yards to go. Change the formation, 1 back in the offense. Wimberly will block this time, and there's a run across the 25. A better run this time, but 3rd down coming up. They're going to spot it at the 27.
Metzger that time was the ball carrier coming around from the left side. You mentioned they used Wimberly as a blocking back that time, so kind of give a tight end, almost fullback look to give an extra blocker. Now they have 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. This is the first 3rd down and short situation Bauxite has been in. If you remember when it was the 4th down stop, Arkadelphia defense had, it was a 3rd and long situation.
Will he pass the ball? There's not a running back in the formation, but of course he is a good runner. Now in motion goes Wimberly, but the quarterback will run it right up the middle, and I think he's going to have a 1st down. Tough running right up the middle after the fake handoff.
Yeah, it was his own read. Faked the handoff to Wimberly, and it was the play that was the illegal forward pass downfield when you thought he had some running room. I think he had that same situation here, and that time Eli Perry took advantage of that.
Needed 3, picked up 5. 1st down for Bauxite. Miners line up this time again without a back in the backfield, but they do send people in motion, Wimberly in particular. And the quarterback wants to keep it, looking for space and not finding it. He did not make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, and you could tell as soon as he caught that snap and faked to Wimberly or Metzger coming around, he had to stutter step. Instead of taking a step forward, he was already having to stutter step and say, how am I going to get away from these guys that are in front of me? And the Badger defense came up with a tackle for loss.
If you have to stop and look for a hole, the Badgers will come meet you in the backfield, and that's what happened that time.
This will be the last play of the first quarter. Bauxite will have to run one more play.
They're not in a hurry to run it, but here they line up. Second down, 11 yards to go for Bauxite. They're going to fake a handoff and fire the ball deep. Throwing it deep. Arkadelphia's defender is right there, but it's over everybody and incomplete.
Yeah, lost the camera on that one. Fooled our camera, went to the wrong side, but that was Jaden McKenzie on the defense that time. He was one-on-one with Marcus Wimberly, just a sprint route, a go route down the right side. Perry just kind of had a couple of step drop and aired that one out, overthrew Wimberly, but McKenzie was there. Nice coverage. Still 5 seconds left.
Creates a third down and 11. And they're going to send a man in motion. Looks like a passing formation unless Perry decides to run. Now he is under all kinds of pressure. He throws it, and it is complete. He caught it, and that's probably a first down. Let's see where they mark it. I think it will be. That'll be a really nice catch and a first down.
Perry is a runner, but he's also a thrower. So when he gets out on the run and has some speed, and so you're going to be able to have some – he has the ability to keep extending the play, and that time he found Cole Witherington coming from the left side across the field, enough time for the play to develop, and got 12 yards when he needed 11.
So this has been the Taylor King Law first quarter, but it just ended. We'll go to the second quarter when we come back. Arkadelphia leads it 21-0 over Bauxite. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
At Ludwig's Bakery, it's a family affair. It always has been, dating back to 1920 in the original Ludwig's Bakery in South Dakota. Well, we're here in Arkadelphia now in our new location downtown right off of Caddo Street. Come visit us and enjoy our authentic, freshly baked German fare. For us, it's nostalgic and a source of pride, and we want to share it with you.
Kommen Sie uns morgen früh besuchen.
That's come visit us tomorrow morning, and we can get your weekend off to a great start. Ludwig's Bakery.
First down and 10 Bauxite as we switch sides of the field, move to the second quarter. And the Badgers will have to line up defensively again. That was a nice conversion on third down and 11 for Bauxite. First down and 10 now as Bauxite got yardage out to the 42-yard line.
I'd like to thank our second quarter sponsor, Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler. Sponsors the second quarters of each of our broadcasts this year. Southern Bancorp pregame show, Taylor King first quarter, Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler second quarter.
It all lines up beautifully, doesn't it? First down and 10. Bauxite will have a back in the backfield this time. They've been depending on their quarterback to either pitch it to someone in motion or run himself. And now he's going to be in trouble. He gives up some space. He threw it at the last moment. I think either of that or a fumble forward. They're going to call it incomplete.
They did allow him, outside the tackle box. Nice job, smart play by Eli Perry of getting rid of that ball and not taking a sack. That would have been a loss of about 4 or 5 yards. Instead, it's second and 10.
He did throw it across the line of scrimmage and made a smart play. That's the kind of play a coach's son might make.
That's right.
Second down and 10. Arkadelphia lines up defensively. Badgers playing very, very well. Substitution on defense. Badgers are a little late getting somebody onto the field. Now he's coming on.
I think the officials stopped that one to send somebody off, so it wasn't like Arkadelphia was misaligned or personnel. I think that was an official decision there.
Yeah, I think you're right. They're just now whistling the game into play. Back to pass. He wants a long pass. He's under pressure. He's going to roll to the sideline and make a yard or two and go out of bounds. Third and long coming.
They flooded the right side. They had 3 receivers, including Wimberly. Wimberly ran a hook route almost, and there was just too much traffic there for Perry to try to force that one in, force him to run out of the pocket. Now it's third and, you say, short 9, long 10?
That's what I'm thinking. They did convert on third down and 11 moments ago. They're going to have another completion on a third down and long, or a good run by Wimberly or the quarterback. They're coming after the quarterback. Here is a blitz. He is running. He'll fire it downfield. That's caught, and that's a first down. What a good play by the quarterback and a nice reception, too.
Again, we saw the speed of Perry enabling himself to extend that play. Arkadelphia brought the house. Not the entire house was able to get behind the offensive line into the backfield, but Perry did a nice job of extending that play and then found a receiver on the run for the first down.
13-yard gain on third down and 9 yards to go. Metzger on the catch. 2 good passes on third and long, and it's a first down for Bauxite. Perry wants to throw again, rolling to his right. Got a lot of time. Now he's going to throw it out of bounds as he is hit. And it's incomplete. He's mastered that play.
Yep. Smart. It's just smart to get rid of the ball, know where to throw it, and not take what that would have been an 8-yard loss. So you save yourself 8 yards, so it's 2nd and 10 instead of 2nd and 19. Now, you see him squatting down there. That young man's taken a few hits already in this first quarter in 52 seconds.
Might also be trying to stretch those muscles a bit on a warm evening.
And I don't know what his injury was, but he did miss the first few games because of an injury like several of the Bauxite players did.
Change in formation now. They're going to put a running back on each side of Perry at quarterback and one lone receiver top of the screen. And they're going to hand off. Here's a running play, and Arkadelphia has it. Nowhere to go. Forward progress means a loss of just 1. It's 3rd down and long.
Yeah, Metzger just didn't have any space. Took the handoff from Perry. Perry again, you see him squatted there in the middle of the Badger logo. Metzger took the handoff, and there's just no room there. Nykeeson Wimberly, Skylar McClure, Jacoby Campbell, all right there.
The past 2 third downs, they've converted a 3rd and 11 and a 3rd and 9. Now they're going to go with a 3rd and 11 again. 5 receivers in the formation. Arkadelphia this time showing more people in coverage. Back to pass. He'll throw a quick pass. That's caught by Wimberly, but he's going to be tackled short of the first down. They'll tackle him up near the 38-yard line. They will stop him at the 38. That's the spot. But it's 4-down territory.
It is 4th and 4. You get from 3rd and 11 to 4th and 4. That's a victory. So now you're 4th and manageable, and you got to figure that at some point you're going to look for Marcus Wimberly here.
Arkadelphia lining up like they want to come to the backfield. Here is a quick pass. It is batted in the air and incomplete. The defender right there with the intended receiver, I believe, was Wimberly.
Wimberly was the receiver. Arkadelphia had traffic right there. I can't see the number, but I do think for Arkadelphia that might have been Amari Ford there defending. Braden Wagner was also there. But, again, another 4th down stop for the Badgers, and now the offense gets to come back out onto the field.
38-yard line, 1st down and 10 after that nice stop by the defense. 2 3rd and longs converted to 1st downs, but on 4th down and 4, they could not throw a completion, and Arkadelphia has the ball left just under 10 minutes to play before halftime. Arkadelphia up by 3 touchdowns. They'd like to make it 4 on this drive. Pass, that's complete to the 49-yard line. And they'll drive him down, but the forward progress will be the 49. 1st down and 10, gain of 11.
Now it's Bryson McCoy who showed the patience, rolling out of the pocket. Wimberly was closely guarding Orion Roberts. McCoy waited, found the receiver Wagner for the 1st down.
Here is a running play, hitting the backfield, but making big yardage anyway is Reed. He got through the backfield and found an opening, and that's another 1st down. He saw some white jerseys as soon as he got the ball, Chris, but he ran right through him and then had a nice run into Bauxite territory to the 39-yard line. Another running play. Here's Reed waiting for a block. He got one. He slipped down, but still got about 4 yards.
Yeah, that play just looked a little off from the get-go with a shift and a snap, and then when Kyle Reed got the handoff, he also had to start dancing. Then when he tried to cut back upfield, he slipped a little bit for the short gain.
Call that a gain of 3. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Whitaker is in the game. They'll throw across the middle, though. That's complete. A broken tackle to the 25, to the 20, to the 15-yard line. He's going to be stopped there, but that's a good run and catch, including yardage after the catch for Roberts.
Roberts found the seam, found the hole, just kind of sat down there. McCoy did a nice job of looking the defender off, the linebacker off, looking him to the left, and just throwing over the shoulder, the back shoulder of that linebacker, and found Roberts, who did a nice job after the catch.
21-yard gain, and Arkadelphia is now knocking on the door in the red zone. Badgers want to throw the ball again under pressure, and this time McCoy is going to throw it out of bounds. Well, he learned that lesson from his opposing quarterback and used it wisely.
Yeah, this is the first time we've really seen Bauxite bring pressure and be successful with some of the pressure, or at least force McCoy to make a quick decision.
And a good decision not to throw that in a crowd, but just live for 2nd down and 10. From the 15-yard line, Arkadelphia lines up. McCoy wants to throw. He'll throw a short pass. It is caught to the 10-yard line, to the 5. He might make it. That is a touchdown, Arkadelphia.
Boy, that was a tremendous catch from Caden Whitaker. The screen pass, you could see it develop. You could see it developing. The offensive lineman released. They went out. Whitaker was behind them. Bryson McCoy's throw was right at Whitaker, maybe a little high, and Whitaker did a nice job of making that one-handed catch and then tiptoeing down the sideline for the touchdown.
He got around defenders that I thought had a shot at him, but he just wouldn't put up with it right down the sideline. Stayed in bounds and got the touchdown. Here's the extra point attempt. It is up, and it is good, as usual, for Mr. Seth Molinari. It is Arkadelphia 28, Bauxite 0, 8:34 left. We're still in the second quarter. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in how we support our communities, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Thanks to Chad Kesterson Shelter Insurance here in Arkadelphia for his sponsorship of Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Jeff, we were talking during the break, that was a long drive for Arkadelphia, 6 plays this time.
And 62 yards, a beautiful drive, and a really fine run after the catch by Whitaker. McCoy's playing very well at quarterback. Talking about a couple of sophomores.
4 drives, 16 plays. That averages to 4 plays per drive.
You are the master of mathematics.
That was a little bit easier to figure on the fly.
Well, Arkadelphia has a 4-touchdown lead. Now, Bauxite is dangerous. They scored 78 points last week, we remind you. But Arkadelphia has built a nice lead with a good offense and a good, strong defense. Here's a kick return. There's a hit at the 12. He escapes that one. Now he's going to be dragged down at the 17-yard line.
Thought maybe Arkadelphia tackled with got a little face mask on that one, but it must have been the collar of the shirt.
I think he was just strong enough to pull him down by a hand on the shirt. Yeah.
We saw that time Metzger again came to the left, but then he cut back and went to the right, trying to see if he could get a little bit of room there. But Arkadelphia did a nice job of staying in the lanes and stopping it inside the 20. Not good field position again for Bauxite.
Ball at the 16-yard line. First down and 10 for the Miners. The quarterback will hand it off this time. They want to run wide and nowhere to go. I mean, he's a talented player, but Wimberly just had nowhere to go on the play.
No, it's the same thing we said at least 3 other plays. As soon as Wimberly gets the handoff, he's having to go backwards because of the pursuit of that Arkadelphia defensive line.
Ball is back to the 13-yard line, second down and 13. They've got talented players, but Arkadelphia's defense is just playing lights out. Back to pass, now scrambling. Here is a running play, and he'll just get back maybe 1 yard of that loss from first down. It's third down now and long. Tell you what, I have a feeling, Chris, that this defense got together and talked about the fact that, okay, we're going to play a team that scored 78 points last week, but we're the Arkadelphia defense.
Right.
They were ready for this game.
They were, and I think the coaches expected that as well. I think they knew the defense would be ready for the challenge tonight, and to this point, they have.
Obviously, the game is not over. We're in the second quarter, but it's 28-0 Arkadelphia. Back to pass on third down and long, looking for a place to go, and he's finding none. A sack back to the 9-yard line.
Boy, that pocket collapsed so quickly, so quickly. Skylar McClure getting out of there. I believe Jacoby Campbell also there, and that might have been either LaJavis Moody or Lance Gully. And Nykeeson Wimberly in there. That pocket's just collapsed so much. They're putting so much pressure on the offensive line of Bauxite. Perry does not have a bunch of time to make a decision whether he's going to try to pass or run.
That's exactly right. I mean, he's a talented quarterback, but when you got 3 defensive linemen with their hands on you, you're just not going to escape. Punter standing a yard deep in his end zone.
Second time they've punted from their own end zone tonight.
Yeah, this time it's the front instead of the back of the end zone, but Arkadelphia has Braden Wagner looking for an opportunity to return a kick. Low snap, but he's got it, and the kick is returnable. Wagner chasing it down. Now it's going to bounce out of bounds, but good field position for Arkadelphia, obviously, from that situation. They're going to have a first down at the 41. And they would love a 35-point lead.
Yeah, Jeff, this is the, tonight is the buzz game of the week. R.J. Hawk, Kyle Sutherland, Josh Neighbors here in Arkadelphia doing the game, so I sent him some information. And I don't know how much of this you were able to go over on any of the pregame show, but Arkadelphia under Trey Shucker is 19-2 in 4A7 conference games, and the average margin of victory in those games has been 34.6 points. One of those wins was under 10 points. That was Ashdown a couple of years ago when Arkadelphia had a huge lead and Ashdown made it close. The next closest game was last year's Week 10 game against Malvern, a 55-35 victory when Arkadelphia pulled away late.
Here is a running play for Purifoy. He's running into traffic, but he'll get some positive yardage before the whistle blows up to the 40.
A little frustration there you see from the Bauxite defender. They're like, we stopped him for 2 yards. A little frustration there. Jay Purifoy so elusive when he gets in open space, but he's also elusive when he gets in traffic. Just couldn't quite find a hole there.
Second down, 8 yards to go. There's a pass play. There's a catch to the 34 to the 30-yard line. Excellent play by Arkadelphia. Good pinpoint passing and a nice catch.
Riley Cummings with the catch, his first catch of the night. Welch Funeral Home first down. Coach Shucker thought that they would be able to pass against this defense, and you can see why.
That pass was anticipated by the quarterback and almost intercepted, but it is incomplete. Second down and 10, ball at the 30-yard line.
Arkadelphia is finding the holes, and the receiver's just able to sit down in there. He's not even having to hit many of his receivers on the run or in stride. We saw a couple of those. We saw Maddox Finley catch a nice touchdown pass in stride, but a lot of these Arkadelphians just find a hole in that defense. Receiver sitting down, and McCoy's finding them.
You just love the fact that you got multiple receivers who are really dependable on catching the football. Here's McCoy under pressure, rolling to his left. He'll fire the ball deep, but it is going to be broken up and now intercepted, I believe, by Bauxite on a tipped pass.
Yeah, that was a mistake. That was one where he threw off his back foot, just threw it up, hoping for something to happen. It was tipped, and I thought after it was tipped, Arkadelphia was going to escape the negative play, but it tipped right into the hands of the safety, and Bauxite gets its first stop of the game on defense.
The stop is just outside the 15. We're going to call it the 16-yard line. First down and 10 for the Miners. Well, they dodged a bullet there. Of course, we won't talk about things like the good sportsmanship rule yet, but up by 35 in the second quarter would have felt very good for the Badgers. Now, Bauxite has a ball and a chance to try to cut into this 4-touchdown lead by the Badgers.
Can't see the numbers back there, but in the 3 players in the backfield, I don't think that's Eli Perry. I think that might be Metzger and Wimberly. We'll try to be able to tell when we come back from after this timeout.
Yeah, there is a timeout on the field, so we're going to take a break also. We're in the second quarter tonight, 5:22 left before halftime. It's Arkadelphia 28, Bauxite 0 here in the homecoming game in Badger Stadium. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
The law offices of Gina White is a proud supporter of the Arkadelphia Badgers. Need help in divorce and custody litigation, insurance defense, contract disputes, product liability, or other general litigation needs? Contact the law offices of Gina White at 870-246-6796 to see how they can help you. Located at 406 Clay Street in Arkadelphia. The law offices of Gina White says, "Go Badgers."
We're back to Badger Stadium waiting to see if there's a change in the lineup for Bauxite. They have used Wimberly at quarterback at times, but I do see the starter back out there.
Yep.
He has had a difficult first half, trying to find an open receiver and trying to run away from the pressure on him in the backfield. Bauxite lines up. After the turnover, they've got a 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Fake to Wimberly. Quarterback will keep it. He is going to be brought down with negative yardage. That was Wimberly tackling the quarterback, and the quarterback is slow in getting up, Chris. He's going to stay in the game.
Yeah.
He's got to be frustrated.
The previous 2 times he's given that to Wimberly, and it's gone for negative yards, so they tried to decide on the keeper, and Nykeeson Wimberly for Arkadelphia was just right there.
Loss of 4 on 2nd and 14. He wants to pass. He will pass. To the flat it goes. There's a completion up to the 25-yard line. Good run after the catch. And that'll put him back within first down territory. Good work on the run after the catch. That time for Bauxite on the catch, his first one of the night, was an up back who was open in the flat, and that was Wetzel. They want to throw it again. Now the quarterback going downfield will throw it away.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to go to a quick, either a pump. I couldn't tell if there was a receiver over there. It was right by the Bauxite sideline. So it was either trying to go to a pump fake to try to get one of the Arkadelphia D-backs to bite, or he just didn't like what he saw, and regardless, it was an incomplete pass out of bounds.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Kind of feast or famine for Bauxite. Mostly famine tonight. They have not scored. Snap. They will hand off this time. Around the right side, there's some room to run. There's a nice gain and first down yardage. He stays on his feet. This is a team that will compete, and he's up near midfield with the run. On the carry was a young man who's really played well when he has had the ball, and that's Metzger.
Yes, Metzger, a Bauxite legacy, really had a lot of yards rushing last week, and he is a very talented back, found the hole there, and he's got some speed. Now he's lined up in the slot on the left.
Wimberly in the backfield, but he's going to stay in and block, and now there's pressure on the quarterback. He will escape to the right, and he will throw a pass. This time complete, or did they say he was out of bounds?
They said he was out of bounds, so it's incomplete, but another good job by Elijah Perry of escaping the pressure and extending plays. He hadn't been able to escape it every time, but there have been times that he's used his speed to get outside, extend the play, and sometimes find the receiver.
Stop the clock with 4:09 left before halftime. Arkadelphia leading 28-0, but Bauxite trying to drive right here. Here is Wimberly. He'll take a cut back up the field and gain only 1. Just no big holes for the running back to go through tonight. In the open field, Wimberly, if you watch film on him, is really elusive and incredibly fast, but he hasn't had much open field tonight. 3rd down, 9 yards to go. I know Bauxite must feel, Chris, if they can get a touchdown here, a big play, or continue the drive, halftime would feel a little bit different.
Well, and they get the ball coming out, so if you can score here, you have a chance. Here's a screen play.
They set up the screen, but Arkadelphia covered it well. They got to the quarterback quickly. They got to the receiver quickly, and that's a loss on 3rd down.
And the clock continues to run, so now it's 4th. I guess they're going to give him, 4th and 11. But you think you have the screen there because there's so many defensive linemen in your face.
Right.
But then you do throw it to Wimberly, and the linebackers and defensive backs are there. They've read the play. Big play here.
Just waiting on it. 4th down and long. They'll go for it at their own 48-yard line.
Whoa, that was something illegal.
And flags go down.
Yeah. I had a player come in from the sideline as the ball was snapped.
Okay, I think they just waved off the flag.
They called a timeout, I bet. I bet that's what they're going to give. Yeah, they give Bauxite the timeout.
I see. Called timeout before the flag.
We don't have a 21 on the roster, but you could see as Wimberly was going in motion towards the sideline, a player from Bauxite ran on from the sideline, and you can't do that.
So they just used a timeout they really didn't intend to use, Chris.
Right.
But we'll keep it right here and talk about the fact that with 2:58 left, Arkadelphia has dominated this game. But, again, Bauxite is one dangerous team, and so they've got to feel like if they can convert this 4th down and 11, and they've made some conversions on 3rd down and long, they got to do it on 4th down and long. Here, Arkadelphia is once again going to get great field position with a 28-0 lead.
Right. They're gonna, one thought could be, do you just go ahead and punt? But Arkadelphia has shown the ability to score quickly. And so now if you score, I don't know if you try to draw them off sides to make it 4th and 6, to be fourth and more manageable. But you got to have an 11-yard play. It's been a screen. It's been Metzger has been able to get 11 yards. We've seen Elijah Perry be able to escape pressure, because I would imagine that Coach Kaiser is probably going to bring some pressure. It may not be all 7 linemen and linebackers, but I bet there will be some pressure. Can Perry extend the play and find a receiver?
Wimberly is in the slot. Now under pressure, the quarterback is in trouble and cannot escape it. This time they're going to sack him.
Skylar McClure, Malachi Hamilton, Reese Campbell, Xavier Williams, Jacoby Campbell. We say those names each week. Skylar McClure was there. Arkadelphia brought pressure from 3. 3 are the ones who busted through the dam and were able to force the loss on the play.
Chris, because he's a right-handed quarterback running to his left, he couldn't square up to get rid of the ball, and so they were able to sack him.
No, and that was a solid hit. Perry might be feeling that one. Now you got to feel like, if you're Arkadelphia, to be able to capitalize after that defense, if you can score quickly here to convert. Something didn't look legal about that, but they let the play roll.
McCoy looking for a pass receiver, and that ball's batted away. So it's incomplete on first down. Arkadelphia will have 2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line of Bauxite.
It almost looked like Arkadelphia was off the line of scrimmage before that ball was snapped. You know, I know we hear the clap from McCoy, but I thought they might have just stopped that play. They didn't let it go. Marcus Wimberly lined up on Orion Roberts.
There's the handoff. This is Reed to the left side now, up the middle. He's got some yardage, but a tackle by the shoestring will prevent a first down. It's still a good gain. 3rd down and manageable coming. They're only going to be about 2-3 yards away. We're going to call it between 3 and 4, we'll say. 3rd down coming. Reed is going to stay in the game. Thought he was shaken up for a moment. He's going to stay in the ball game. McCoy at quarterback. Now they reset. They're going to pitch it to Reed. Reed looking for space. He will cut back upfield, not make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Pitch was a little bit high, Chris, and the defenders got there in a hurry. 4th down.
Bauxite has team speed, you know, and you know that they have some speed on that side of the ball, and that one just didn't quite develop, and Bauxite was able to stretch that one out. So now it's a 4th and 8 situation. Under 1 minute and 50 left, 4th and 8. You really would like to see if you can't convert on this and get in the end zone.
3 safeties deep here.
Yeah.
They're looking for a pass.
Yeah, they've got 3 players 10 to 12 yards off the ball.
McCoy wants to throw. He makes that throw a little high and incomplete. So that was well defended. I don't think Wagner could have made the first down anyway. They defended for the pass and stopped it. So Arkadelphia turns it over on downs. Bauxite has it left. Not a lot of time left, though. We are near halftime at 1:27 left. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line.
Amari Ford and Braden Wagner are the safeties for Arkadelphia. Campbell, Wimberly, Williams, and Gully, the defensive linemen. They've really just been lining up and going after the quarterback.
Perry wants to throw under pressure, tries to get away and cannot get back to the line of scrimmage again. Well, he's had a tough first half. Ball spotted back at the 33-yard line for a loss of 4. It's 2nd down and 14.
Those offensive linemen have to just be like, where are these guys coming from? They're there every play.
And they're showing up in mass, too, not just one guy breaking through. 2nd down and long. 3 receivers grouped at the bottom of your screen. They want to throw in that direction, but there's pressure again, and they're going to bring him down and another sack back to the 30-yard line.
Well, and I looked on that play specifically to see where the pressure was coming from. Are the Bauxite linemen holding them up and they're just getting them through? But the defensive linemen for Arkadelphia are pushing Bauxite's linemen back 3 yards. And so that pocket is collapsing so fast for Elijah Perry.
And now it's 3rd down and 17 from back at the 30-yard line.
They don't Well, they do have to snap the ball. There are 2 seconds difference between the play clock and the game clock.
Third down and 17. They want to run the ball. Quarterback keeper with the quarterback. He will make some yardage, not nearly enough for a first down, but he does make some yardage up near the 40-yard line. Fourth down coming, and that will do it. No more time left. The first half has expired, and at halftime it is Arkadelphia.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
The clock is showing 0. What are the officials saying?
They're going to put 1 second back on the clock.
1 second back on the clock. So we will have a fourth down play. Have they spotted the ball? I guess they have at the 39-yard line. That was a gain of 9.
I'm not going to reset the clock, but just know if you're watching at home, there's 1 second.
Yeah,
Actually,
last play.
excuse me, 2 seconds.
They put 2 seconds up. Well, okay, last play, either way you look at it, from the 39-yard line. They're going to need a 61-yard play to get on the board here in the first half, as Arkadelphia's defense has just played lights out tonight, and the offense has 4 touchdowns. Fourth down. I don't think they want to punt it to Wagner. I think they're going to try to just use up 2 seconds with an offensive play.
They probably just almost wish they're going to direct snap to Wimber and let student body left.
Well, let's see if they have something up their sleeve. He's going to run, and he's not going to have room. He'll lose yardage back to the 36-yard line. And Arkadelphia's defense just continues to own Bauxite so far. At halftime, it's Arkadelphia 28, Bauxite 0. We'll be back with the halftime show. This is quite a homecoming night for Arkadelphia. Huge crowd here for the Badgers. Very good crowd on the visitor side from Bauxite. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
With over 25 years of experience in the financial services industry, Bell Wealth Services believes in a face-to-face business model. Blake is a third-generation AHS grad and a lifelong Badger supporter. Value can mean different things for different situations. Bell Wealth Services aims to add value in any financial situation. Contact Bell Wealth Services at 870-464-1167 or at 408 Court Street. Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, FINRA SIPC.
Hey, this is Pastor Rick Mays at Trinity Temple Assembly of God, extending an invitation to you and your family to join us for a weekend experience. Come join us in worship. Come join us for some great teaching and preaching. We have kids' church, we have nursery, everything's available for all ages of the family. So this weekend, come join us, or any weekend, come join us on Sundays. You can see us at ttag.church. Join us online if you can't come in person. So God bless and go Badgers.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp Badger halftime show. Arkadelphia 28, Bauxite 0. You saw the Arkadelphia cheerleaders. You did not hear their music because I forgot to hit the button that unmuted it. Hey, been a long day, right? We are going to improve the halftime show now by bringing in the newly crowned Arkadelphia High School homecoming queen, Julia Greenwich. Julia, congratulations.
Thank you.
I guess the biggest victory of the night was that your dad did not fall down coming across the field. That was,
right.
Yeah. Congratulations, Dad.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you.
All right. So, what was it like when you heard them say the queen is Julia Greenwich?
It was honestly amazing. I was definitely pretty shocked, but I just felt very happy and grateful, and just knowing there's such a big community here that supports me. So that was really, really encouraging.
So tell us some of your activities here at Arkadelphia High School. What are you involved in?
Well, sorry.
You're good.
First, I'm serve as an FCA leader, and I'm involved with FBLA and Bible Club and International Club, Readers Club. But yeah, mainly just that and taking different classes. But
yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So what are your plans after graduation? What do you plan to do after graduation on May 17th?
Well, first of all, celebrate, but also I'll be attending Ouachita Baptist University, and I'm still not 100% sure, but I think I may double major with Spanish and Family and Community Services. And after, I'm still not really sure, but I just trust the Lord with all of that, and I just want to glorify Him through my life. So,
Julia, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy. I know there's a little brother. He may not want to wear your crown, but he'll be very glad that you're wearing the crown for him.
Oh yes.
I know Theo is excited, along with. Seemed like there were 75 other people, 75 other family members.
Yes.
Yes. Julia, congratulations. Before we go, I would like to say a huge shout out to Ashley Wesley.
Yes.
Year number what? 11. Year number 11 of coordinating the homecoming festivities. Makes it a wonderful experience for the young ladies on the court. Again, our queen, Julia Greenwich. The maid of honor was Jacelyn Nelson. So congratulations to Julia Greenwich and Jacelyn Nelson. Julia, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, this is the Southern Bancorp Badger Halftime Show. When we come back, we will have the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band, and I believe this will be the first time we see the entire competition show with props. Stick around. It's going to be exciting. Arkadelphia 28, Bauxite 0 at halftime of homecoming night at Badger Stadium. You're watching Arkadelphia, BadgerTV.com. We'll be back after this timeout.
Located at 214 North 25th Street in Arkadelphia, Providence Veterinary Care is a full-service clinic offering complete medical care for your pets, including preventative care, routine surgery, and in-house diagnostics. Our staff at Providence Veterinary Care is filled with passionate animal lovers who are highly trained and dedicated to making sure that your pets receive care and compassion every time they walk in the door. Visit us or give us a call at 870-464-1305. Providence Veterinary Care. Compassionate care, modern medicine.
Chicken Express is a proud supporter of not just the Badgers, but all things Arkadelphia, from elementary to college, and from community activities to church groups. Chicken Express is always willing to support and assist the people in our town. The next time you visit Chicken Express, thank them for their involvement in our community, and definitely don't leave without getting a cup of their Chicken E sweet tea. Located right off exit 73, stop by Chicken Express for your next meal.
At the Sexton Law Firm, we have experience handling insurance dispute cases and we're well equipped to handle the tactics used by insurance companies to avoid honoring valid claims. The Sexton Law Firm is dedicated to helping individuals fight for the relief they deserve. We work hard to ensure your rights are protected and your case is handled with the respect and care you deserve. The next time you need help battling an insurance company, contact an attorney with the Sexton Firm. Drop by and see us at 107 North.
Scott Bird DDS is a true general dentistry practice with a comfortable, laid-back atmosphere. Led by Dr. Scott Bird, they've been serving the people of Arkadelphia for over 20 years. It's a simple philosophy: treat every patient the way they would want to be treated, with clear communication and honesty. Their comprehensive care ensures that all your dental needs are met under one roof, providing convenience and quality you can count on. Scott Bird DDS General Dentistry at 7th and Caddo, 870-246-6745.
At the Sexton Law Firm, we have experience handling insurance dispute cases and we're well equipped to handle the tactics used by insurance companies to avoid honoring valid claims. The Sexton Law Firm is dedicated to helping individuals fight for the relief they deserve. We work hard to ensure your rights are protected and your case is handled with the respect and care you deserve. The next time you need help battling an insurance company, contact an attorney with the Sexton Firm. Drop by and see us at 107 North 26th Street or give us a call at 870-345-4123.
Imagine a place where children can feel safe, a place where kids are empowered and accepted. In this place, you are special, you are unique, you are loved. Imagine a place where you can have fun every single day. We are that place.
It is halftime on All-Care Field at Badger Stadium. The Arkadelphia Badgers lead Bauxite 28-0. Chris Babb here on the Southern Bancorp halftime show. A special guest tonight, Jeff Root. Jeff, welcome to the booth.
Well, hi. It's such a nice place up here. It's nice and warm.
Yes, I have a fan on me. And so, Jeff,
Yeah.
I want to talk to you a little bit about one of the other things you're involved in this weekend. The Arkadelphia Badger Pride Band will make its way onto the field, but we have a couple of minutes. But it is homecoming, which means there are class reunions, and there is a 40th reunion.
45.
I was trying to be nice.
Thank you.
45, I guess.
Yes.
If I'm 30, I'm 30. But yeah, the 45th reunion. Fun weekend for your class this weekend.
You know, it really is. It's so exciting, so much fun to get together with folks that you went to high school with. I'm a proud member of the Arkadelphia High School class of 1979. We ended the 1970s for everyone, and then came in with the 1980s after that, and we're going to have a good time. And there's a gathering tonight here at the football game, and then there will be a gathering tomorrow morning. We actually have a memorial service in the morning in the little theater at the high school for those of us who are no longer living, and it is a very touching time to get together and talk about our friends who are not with us anymore. It's a meaningful time. It's not as sad as one would think, because we're telling fun stories about folks in high school, folks that are there at the service and folks that are no longer with us. And then in the afternoon, we're all going to go to the DeSoto Bluff and try not to fall off. And it's going to be a good time to go up there and just, make sure we keep our balance and just see the view, but nothing else. And then we're going to gather tomorrow night at Slim and Shorty's and have a nice time getting together and just visiting. So we're going to have a good time.
Fun stuff. I also heard PA public address announcer Steve Patterson mention that the class of 2014 is having a 10-year reunion. Class of 94 I saw is having their 30-year reunion, and so homecoming is always a fun time for those groups who are able to come back and visit with people.
And I think especially because they're going to see some people that they've been to school with. They're going to see some people maybe in a grade above or below them that they knew when they were in school that still live here in Arkadelphia, and they're getting to see the Badgers play extremely well tonight.
And they're getting ready to see the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band and their first full rendition of their competition show, Escape from the Rock, Alcatraz. And you will see some in different uniforms, some in cheerleaders and dazzlers, some of the homecoming crew. Court is out there as well, as they're all members of the band under the direction of Larry Brown. You see Jancy Thomas, the drum major on the ladder, is still in her homecoming dress. That's always kind of a fun part to see the cheerleaders and the members of the band who are in the homecoming court still do it in their homecoming dresses. We'll go ahead and turn it over to the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band for their show, Escape from the Rock, Alcatraz.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arkadelphia High School is proud to present tonight your 2024 Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band. The band has been led onto the field by senior drum major Jancy Thomas. Tonight, The band will be performing their 2024 production entitled Alcatraz, Escape from the Rock. The first movement will feature Senior Bryce Martin on alto saxophone, and the second movement features Senior Emma Nelson on the clarinet, and the final movement features the trombone section that includes Spencer Seal, Blakely Davis, Will Stone, Holden Craig, and Cohen Harold. We hope you enjoy Alcatraz, Escape from the Rock. Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band. The band is under the direction of band directors Larry Brown.
That was the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band as they did escape at the end. You heard the siren and the guards chased them to no avail. Bauxite has been chasing Arkadelphia to no avail as well. This is Southern Bancorp halftime show. Arkadelphia 28, Bauxite 0. Jim, we don't have very long, but we do want to go over some of those first half statistics. Had to look good for Arkadelphia.
They really did. It'd be easy to talk about the offense, but the defense has been phenomenal. Bauxite had 24 carries for 24 yardage, and I can't keep up with the lost yardage plays.
Right.
I don't have my calculator here.
Another math thing, Jeff. I think that's 1 yard per play.
I believe you got that right, Chris. Yeah. And then passing, 7 out of 16, that's 44%, 54 yards. A couple of key pass completions when he scrambled a little bit.
Right.
But if he tries to set up in the pocket, it's not happening for him tonight. He just doesn't. He's not going to have time.
That defensive line. This will be an interesting one to talk to Coach Kaiser and Coach Bobby Evans. Coach Evans sends me statistics each week. This will be an interesting one to see how many tackles for loss the Arkadelphia defense has had. That's kind of been the story. Obviously, the offense has scored. Right, the offense has scored 4 of the 5 possessions, or 6. But that defensive line putting pressure on Bauxite and not enabling Perry to get much is going to be is a key in this game.
That's true. And Wimberly, he's got 5 carries for a -8 yards. I mean, that is their big time athlete, big time running back. He has he's got 2 receptions for 5 yards.
Right.
I mean, he's touched the ball 7 times is all he's touched the ball because Arkadelphia is all over him.
Right, they really are, and they knew they were going to have to be. They knew that the offense is keyed on what Marcus Wimberly does. Eli Perry's just been pressured. Bauxite will get the ball back to start the second half, Jim, here in about 2.5 minutes as both teams are back on the field doing their halftime warm-ups. You know, it's 28-0, but I do think this is a key possession for the Arkadelphia defense. What halftime adjustments has Bauxite made? Are they going to try to throw any wrinkles? This is a big possession, even though it's a 28-0 game. You get a stop, you're able to control and say, all right, nothing has changed. But if Bauxite's able to score here, it's a 3-possession game, and it puts a little bit more pressure on the Arkadelphia offense.
It really does. And back to the offense there, a great job by McCoy. He started off like 9 out of 12. He ended up 12 out of 20, 193 yards. He had right at 100 yards in the first quarter.
Right.
2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, just scrambling.
Yep.
Again, a little bit of that inexperience.
Just tried to make something
You throw
happen.
that out of bounds on that one there. So offensively, Reed had a pretty good game, 7 carries for 28 yards, nothing big, but we saw a couple of 7-8 yard runs there in the second quarter for him.
And 2 touchdowns for Kyle Reed, a touchdown catch for Maddox Finley. It's been spread around the spread
7
around.
different receivers have caught the ball tonight.
Wow, 7 different receivers just in the first half.
Just in the first half.
That's spreading it around.
And that makes it hard for Bauxite to cover. You don't know where it's going.
It really, really does. Jim, thanks. Thank you, Pastor Rick Mays. I see his face on our screen. T-Tag, one of our sponsors of our broadcast.
Yeah.
I see him looking at our screen. I just saw him in front of the.
Showed up at our window, didn't
shows
he?
up in the window. All right, Jim, thank you.
Sure.
That's the first half statistical report. Statistical report there from Jim. 28-0. I'll bring Jeff Root back in as Jeff will have the second half play-by-play. Jeff, Bauxite will get the ball to begin the second half. And we talked about, I think this is an important possession. Even though the game is not close right now. If Bauxite's able to score to make it a 3-possession game, this is an entirely different situation as opposed to if Arkadelphia is able to come up and get a stop.
No doubt about it, a stop and a touchdown for the Badgers, and this goes into the good sportsmanship rule, but a touchdown here on this first possession by Bauxite. You're right, we've got no telling what in the second half. I have some good news for you, Chris.
Oh, do you?
I just was outside the box. It's down to 75 degrees out there. So it's only about 85 in here. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's not 75 in here. That's why the fan is still on.
But, hey, the Badgers are warming up, too. Did you catch that?
I got it. I got that.
Yeah. Seth Molinari on for the extra. I'm sorry. I'm used to saying extra point whenever I say his name. He's going to kick off here momentarily. How long has it been since he missed one? He's just been incredible.
It's been a while. It has been a while. We have the youngest Shucker has made its way into the
we like
future
future
quarterback.
That's fantastic.
My goodness, this is most famously known as Remy's little brother.
Hi there. Yeah. That is fantastic.
Melvin Harold Shuckler
Oh,
IV.
we love that. I love that.
Hayes Shucker making his appearance in the coach's booth.
Man alive,
He's
that's
gonna
fantastic.
Call some plays, maybe.
I think he will.
See if he approves of the one Dad dials up.
He'll let us know if he doesn't approve. Babies do that. Here's a kick. Line drive shot. Going to be returnable from the 6-yard line. Returned again to the middle of the field, looking for space. Nice cut and a really good cut. He might go. He's up to the 40, to the 50-yard line. Going to be caught from behind by the Badgers, but best kickoff of the night to the Arkadelphia 39-yard line.
Yep. We've seen now we got an injured Minor, and that might be Metzger. He's still holding the ball.
Yeah, it's the return man, yeah.
The athletic trainers are both out there. Arkadelphia's Kristen Shacklin just does a fantastic job for Arkadelphia in athletic training. The athletic trainer for Bauxite, Brandon Schrum, who was at Arkadelphia before Kristen, both worked for Ortho Arkansas. Got to see Brandon last night when we went up for junior high games at Bauxite. He also did a wonderful job as the athletic trainer for Arkadelphia. So you hate when they have to come out on the field, but you're thankful that these two schools are in the situations they are. Here we go, Jeff. Inside the Arkadelphia 40, this is a key series for both.
Certainly a key, and they're going to hand off coming right out Arkadelphia. There's a good block at the line of scrimmage and a pickup of 5 yards on the carry. Metzger, by the way, did walk off the field. I think we'll see him again. I believe he landed on the football.
I mean, he probably did. Saw that with Jay Purifoy last week, landing on the ball, knocking the breath out of him for just a little bit. Wimberley was running with a purpose on that play. That's the hardest we've seen Wimberley run all night.
Second down, 5 yards to go. Bauxite's a proud school. They've had a lot of wins lately. Here's a deep pass. Receiver fighting for the ball. Defender running with him. It is incomplete. No flag down.
That was tremendous coverage by Orion Roberts over there. Didn't he was in the way, didn't interfere. Did a nice job of getting his hand up, and at the last minute turned his head back towards the ball.
Yeah, it was perfect. And man-to-man, I mean, he had to cover that guy by himself, and he covered him well. So it's second down, and third down. They need to change the box on the field. It is third down and 5 from the 34. Still showing second, but it's third down.
It is third down. The box still says second. We'll see if –
and now flag.
Delay a game.
Yeah, gee whiz. I was delaying because I was waiting for that box to change. It still hasn't changed.
No.
But an incomplete pass should tell you that it's not second down anymore. They had 5 yards to go. Now they're going to have just more than 10, we'll say, once they spot it, right at 10 yards. And it will be third down and 10.
Yeah, the scoreboard has second down. The PA says second down. It doesn't matter right now. You just need to make sure that the officials know that this is fourth down right here.
Yeah, it's going to be fourth down and long because that was another sack. They got to him as he rolled to the right, and the quarterback is slow in getting up. He's up and okay.
That was pressure.
He's got to be frustrated.
Yeah, and I do see the official on the Arkadelphia side holding his fist up for fourth down.
Yeah. I hope he'll walk out. And now the officials are talking about it. I think they're going to change it. Yeah, they got it right now. Good job. But instead of 4th and 10, they've marked the ball back at the 49-yard line of Bauxite. And they've got to go 22 yards to pick up a first down. They're going to punt.
Yeah, they have to. That was a huge play for Arkadelphia to force you second and 5. I'm kind of surprised with the deep ball. On second and 5, Arkadelphia is coming after this one, Jeff.
And he will get the kick away. It will take a bounce. Wagner's going to walk away from it. It'll roll inside the 20, but Arkadelphia will have the possession starting at its own 17-yard line. So, not good field position, Chris, but the offense is back out on the field, and they still have a 4-touchdown lead.
Well, and the defense needed that after the huge kickoff return. Then Wimberly gaining 5 on first down. As we mentioned, I think that was the hardest we've seen him run tonight. Yeah, he had a full head of steam. He delivered a couple of hits even though he had the ball. And then Arkadelphia was able to get the stop.
First down for the Badgers, 17-yard line. And the Badgers going to run right up the middle. This is Reed. Reed is hit, but he's going to carry a defender for a couple of yards up to the 21-yard line. Gain of 4, second down and 6. Tell you what, Bauxite returned it to the Arkadelphia 39. They punted from their own 49. Negative yardage on that possession. Here's a pass play into the flat, caught by Purifoy, avoids the first tackler, avoids the second. Now he's got 3 defenders that will bring him down, but he's all the way to the 31-yard line. That's a first down.
Something over there on the 3 of the needs to be picked up off the field. I think they got it, but that was quite a move for Jaquavis Purifoy, putting a foot in the ground and then getting the first down.
And they're going to give it to him. He dodges a defender up the middle. He goes. He's to the 40. Good running to the 43-yard line. First down again.
Purifoy's just so quick. We saw him quick in space. Now we have an injured minor. We saw him quick in space on the previous play where he got it and was able to put a foot in the ground and then come back to the left, put his left foot in the ground and get past 2 defenders. There we saw his elusiveness in traffic. There's no reason Purifoy should have gotten 11 yards on that, but he has the ability in traffic and in space to, what they say, put a foot in the ground and shake defenders. And he's strong too. Not very tall. But, man, Jay is a strong runner and a quick, shifty runner. It's a good combination.
Defender coming out of the game is a linebacker, William Sprague, and he is going to walk off the field, so that's good news. Arkadelphia has the ball at its own 42-yard line, first down and 10. They're going to give it to Purifoy again. To the left side he goes. He breaks through another tackle. Nice sprint to the sideline. He's got another first down. He steps out of bounds inside the 45-yard line of Bauxite.
And Purifoy picks up the first and 10 for the Badgers.
Spotted at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 14. Badgers line up, one back formation, back behind the quarterback, and they will not hand off. They're going to throw the ball. McCoy throws it into the flat. There's a catch by Reed. He's up to the 40-yard line, to the 37-yard line. Really fine job of running after the catch. That looked like a last-minute attempt to get rid of the ball by the quarterback, but McCoy found his receiver.
That was patience. It was a good job of patience, good job of line of holding up. To be an 8-yard catch from for Kyle Reed, a second and short.
Pass to the flat on the far side. That's going to be a first down. Really fine, accurate passing from McCoy.
100 yards of passing in the first quarter, 93 in the second quarter. Good night.
And a defender has, I believe, picked up a cramp. Now a flag goes down. Not sure what that call is going to be. It's on the far side, and it was well after they stopped the play because of the injured minor.
Yeah, we're going to have unsportsmanlike against Bauxite. I don't know what happened, but I did see the official, as soon as he threw that flag, pointed to the Bauxite coaches and pointed to somebody behind the Bauxite, in the Bauxite team bench area, kind of standing way behind the play.
Unsportsmanlike against Bauxite, and that puts Arkadelphia ever closer to the good sportsmanship rule.
That did not come from a player on the field, maybe even a player on the sideline. It was someone in the team box that got the eye of Jimmy Walker.
All right, now they did not mark off a penalty, though. Ball's still at the 29-yard line. They're going to run the ball, and there's a good gain up to the 25 to the 21-yard line. Good running by Reed.
That was a good shoestring tackle by Marcus Wimberly.
Second down, 2 yards to go for Arkadelphia.
Yeah, I'm still puzzled as to.
The flag definitely went down.
And they signaled it. Maybe they.
Maybe just a warning on the sideline.
Maybe they said sideline.
And whistle will stop the play.
Yeah, that's going to be against Arkadelphia. Maybe I thought they did unsportsmanlike conduct, but maybe it was a sideline warning. I'm not sure, but
it seemed like an odd time to throw the flag while an injured player had stopped the game. Backing up Arkadelphia to the 26-yard line of Bauxite at second down, 7 yards to go. We haven't seen that many penalties on Arkadelphia. Jim Rothwell's telling me that's the very first penalty of the night on Arkadelphia. Clean game for the Badgers. Really clean game for the Bauxite Miners as well. Arkadelphia wants to throw the ball. Looking downfield, here's a throw to the flat, but the receiver ran a different pattern than McCoy was expecting, and it is incomplete. Third down, 7 yards to go.
Kyle Reed did a nice job of pulling up the blicker, the outside linebacker coming on a blitz. Did a nice job from his running back position of holding that blocker. I think McCoy thought he kind of needed to get rid of the ball a little bit quicker. Purifoy went to the right, ball went to the left. Just wasn't there for the Badgers.
On third down, they're going to hand it off. Here's Reed. He finds a hole. That's a first down. He's up to the 15-yard line, near the 10-yard line, first down.
Another Welch Funeral Home first down for the Badgers.
And they put it down at the 11, so Arkadelphia can get a first down at the 1, but they have a first down and 10 at the 11. This is the 12th play of the drive. Most plays in a drive tonight for Arkadelphia. On first down, running play. No, it's going to be a pass. Good fake, and he gets it to Purifoy to the 5. Tries to get closer, but he's going to be brought down at the 5-yard line. That's still a gain of 6.
Yeah, that was a great fake. It got me, it got you, and it got our camera. Luckily, you recovered a little bit faster than our camera and I did.
All right, Arkadelphia lines up. Second down, 4 yards to go from the 5-yard line. Ball spotted maybe an inch or two short of the 5-yard line. McCoy at quarterback. What a game he has had. Facing a blitz, he will throw the ball into the end zone, incomplete.
There's a lot of pressure coming from that backside. He got rid of the ball just in time. If he had not gotten rid of the ball, that could have been one of those hits that forces the ball loose.
Yep. Backside pressure. They'll look for it again on this play. McCoy, if left alone, has just done a great job of finding his receivers tonight. And he's found several of them, really spreading the ball around, everybody catching the ball well. McCoy has a high snap this time. He'll roll to his right. He'll throw into the corner. And there's a diving attempt, but it is incomplete.
Just underthrown by about 6 inches. Threw it on the run.
Fourth down coming.
Orion Roberts was there, did a nice job of trying to sell that, trying to go down and say that I had the ball, but that was a nice call by the official who was right on it.
All right, Arkadelphia can actually make a first down at the 1, but it's fourth down from the 5. 4th and 4 from the 5. Reed is the running back. Wouldn't be too surprising to see him get the ball. He's run well all night long. Low snap. They want to throw the ball. Rolling to his right. McCoy throws. That is caught, I believe. Is that a catch? It's good. Touchdown, Arkadelphia.
Boy, Orion Roberts was there again. That's what you call, Jeff, running the route where you need it to go. Roberts got to the first down marker, but then he also got into the end zone. Tremendous route running by Orion Roberts. A nice job by McCoy of putting the ball where it needed to go.
Big hit, but he held on and got the touchdown right at the goal line. Extra point coming. Here's the kick. Seth Molinari has made another one, and Arkadelphia has just moved this to the good sportsmanship rule at 35-0.
Bauxite, I've noticed the last three extra points, not even attempting a field goal block, just kind of standing there and letting it happen.
14 plays, Chris. 14 plays on that drive.
I'm not going to be able to do the math on what the average play.
83 yards. 83 yards. Get out your calculator.
Yeah, you do like to see a sustained drive. You know, that took, I'm going to say, that took about 4 minutes off the clock as well.
Yep.
Well, 3.5, 12 minutes. So probably about 3.5 minutes off the clock. Still 14 plays. That's a lot of plays for that short amount of time, too.
And it creates a running clock from now on.
That's right.
Arkadelphia has had a habit put in good sportsmanship rule on teams within the conference. It's going to happen now in a game that everybody, I think, around the state thought this was going to be a close contest.
This was tabbed as one of those at the beginning of the year that could be, quote unquote, for the 4A7 conference championship. I think Malvern will have something to say about that because they're still undefeated and will be undefeated, and probably until they play Arkadelphia in week 10. But yeah, this is one that after seeing the scores last week, you're like, what is 78-72? How do we factor that into it? And Bauxite still has the injury bug hit him as well.
Here's a kick return from the sideline. He'll make it near the 20, but not quite there, and Bauxite will have the ball. Now, I do say Bauxite is a team with some pride. They know they're better than they've been in years past when they have lost to Arkadelphia, so they're not going to win this game against the Badgers, but they're not going to give up easily. Even though their clock is running, I think they're still going to try to put points on the board. You don't score 78 one week and then be satisfied with 0 the next.
Yeah, they're not gonna quit. You do wonder how long you might keep Perry in there. It looks like I just can't see those gray on white jerseys. It looks like it might be Perry, but I'm not sure.
Handoff to the right side and a gain of maybe 1. He's still in there. That's Perry.
Yep. Metzger still in there also.
Badgers do have a little bit more enthusiasm, a little more adrenaline running right now, I think, as Bauxite's had a tough time blocking Arkadelphia. That defensive line has just dominated tonight.
Yeah, you have 24 rushes for 24 yards and a half. That's kind of tough to top.
Here's another handoff, hit immediately, and the Badgers are there for the tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Another tackle for loss. 3-yard loss on that one, and so now I think, Jeff, there might have been 4 drives that Bauxite has negative yardage on tonight, meaning they started at 1 yard mark and then in the 3 downs went negative. We know it happened on the first drive when they had the good kickoff return.
Skylar McClure led on that last tackle, but Carson Brawley, a freshman, got in there as well. Here's a pass play, and under pressure, he's not going to be able to get the ball off. It's 4th down and a punting situation again for Bauxite. What a dominating game by the Arkadelphia defense.
Skylar McClure, Nykeeson Wimberly.
The ball is back at the 16-yard line.
Sorry, Jeff. LaJavis Moody, those 3 defensive linemen. We said Jacoby Campbell, Xavier Williams, the linebackers, L.J. Faulkner, Carson Brawley, the sophomore you mentioned. Looks like Ethan Lewis is in there, so some of the second string have come in, and we've still seen some of those negative drives. Braden Wagner set up at his 40. No, that's not Braden Wagner. And Bauxite's going to have to call a timeout. Different punt returner for Arkadelphia.
Bauxite on this possession, 3 plays, negative 4 yards. For Arkadelphia, let's see who that might be. Not on my roster.
Maybe Colton Plyler. Is that 12? Was that a?
It is 12,
Colton Plyler
Yeah.
is back deep to receive the punt for the Badgers.
So with the timeout, the clock does stop. Still 4:24. We're still in the 3rd quarter. Arkadelphia has just forced the good sportsmanship rule on its last possession, but a timeout does stop the clock.
Jeff, I'll see if I can run the scoreboard. Well, I can't do that very well. I didn't stop the clock there. I'll see if I can run the scoreboard, do color, and try to come up with a couple of scores.
You're doing everything
right?
tonight. I appreciate that. Arkadelphia putting a little bit of pressure on, but the punt is away. End-over-end kick going to be allowed to bounce, but will not be picked up by the kick returner. He's going to let it go. It'll roll to the Arkadelphia 44-yard line, and the Badger offense will come back out. You'll see some younger guys come out now with this offense.
A Bauxite player down at the 5-yard line.
And it looks like a cramp maybe this time. He's sitting up.
injured player near the end zone.
Wimberly's going to stretch him out a little bit, and we'll be back to action soon. Chris, we are going to see some younger guys in Arkadelphia
looks
on offense.
like some of the offensive line is still in there. Still do see Carson Carroza, but it looks like you've also got Derek Turner still in there. Caden Whitaker looks like he'll be running back. We said Riley Cummings' name tonight already. Jaden Relaford in there, so number 23. Try to call all these. McCoy will probably still be the quarterback. Arkadelphia, the backup quarterback is Maddox Finley, who's a starting receiver. So sometimes the thought there is you'd rather just your quarterback, since the clock is running. Well, and they've still let that clock run, so I'll just start it too. We're under 3 minutes.
The young man who was injured did have a cramp, and he's coming back out of the game. That's Elijah Perry, the starting quarterback, who's also the punter.
Yeah, McCoy's still the quarterback. Quintavian Morris, Skylar McClure is in at tight end now. Cheerleaders are throwing the footballs.
Still a sophomore backfield with McCoy and Whitaker gets the carry. He's a tough running back, and he's going to have 10 yards on the carry.
Jaquavis Purifoy, I thought Jaquavis Purifoy comes to gets one of the balls, and now some of the players are helping the cheerleaders because a lot of times you can't get the footballs all the way up, so Reese Campbell coming over to help out.
Arkadelphia first down at the 45 of Bauxite. Cutting up the field is Whitaker again. He's going to pick up nice yardage up to the 46-yard line, maybe the 47. I'm sorry, the 37. So that's a gain of 7, second down and 3.
There's something about a plastic football at a high school football game that just brings everybody out of their seat, Jeff.
Everybody's having fun. It's homecoming. Running play by Whitaker. He's got a nice cut. He's going to make a first down inside the 30-yard line.
Man, such a strong runner. Another Welch Funeral Home first down for Caden Whitaker.
Ball spotted at the 29-yard line of Bauxite. It's first down and 10. These are young guys. Now, McCoy's the starting quarterback, but he is a sophomore. Then you got Whitaker, who has been the number 2 running back tonight after injury to Moody. So he's done a fine job. Scored a touchdown last week. Would like to have another one tonight. He'll run the ball again. He's going to make yardage. A couple of yards after contact inside the 25-yard line. Let's spot that down at the 20.
Well, in Arkadelphia, sorry, Jeff, around the 24.
24.
Arkadelphia has really slowed this down. They're running the play clock down to 15 seconds or so, and just handing the ball off to Whitaker.
And he's running tough up the middle, close to another first down. I think he's going to have one. First down, Arkadelphia. They're going to spot the ball between the 15 and 16-yard line. We're down to 28 seconds left in the third quarter.
Providence Veterinary Care, the sponsor of the third quarter, got to see the Arkadelphia Badgers only score 7 points, but it was the 7 points that the Badger offense needed to get this one to the good sportsmanship rule, and I think Arkadelphia just let the clock run out with 5 seconds left.
McCoy is in no hurry. The ball is spotted right at the 15-yard line, but they'll move to the other side of the field for fourth quarter. Arkadelphia was able to score a touchdown here in the third quarter to move it to a good sportsmanship rule, and now some of the backups in the game, but they're still moving the football. And Coach Shucker talked about that in the coaches show with Chris, and we'll describe that when we come back. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Great coaches know that success on the field takes more than just athletic ability. It takes a winning strategy. And at Southern Bancorp, we believe the same applies to banking. Whether you need competitive rates on loans and accounts to keep you in the game, or financial tools like credit counseling and homebuyer education to move the ball down the field, we can help. Visit banksouthern.com today and let's build your winning strategy. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
Back to action as we start the fourth quarter of play. Arkadelphia up 35-0. See some of the new offensive linemen coming into the game. Cameron Crow, Ashton Hayes, trying to get some of these other numbers. Maybe Trace Young in there as well.
First down and 10, Arkadelphia. They're going to run the ball. Here's a nice cut by Whitaker, and he's going to have yardage inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That's a pickup of 6.
Looks like Dominic Brumfield also in there.
Second down at 4. Arkadelphia playing a lot of people now, but still moving the football.
Nate Alexander, Riley Cummings, the wide receivers, and Whitaker in the backfield.
Here's a handoff. Whitaker moving to his right. He's going to outrun one defender, but now he's got a couple of others. He'll still cut up field. Now he makes a nice move, continues to fight for yardage, and he almost had a first down. Third down and 1 coming.
Jeff, I thought he was headed out of bounds, and then he stopped and was able to stop his momentum and get positive yardage to make it 3rd and 1.
Ball at the 6-yard line. Third down, 1 yard to go. I wouldn't bet against Mr. Whitaker having another carry. Looks like he is going to be a force for the future for Arkadelphia at running back. He'll take the handoff, cut inside. He'll make it to the 5, make it to the 4, maybe the 3. First down and goal.
Think about Whitaker. He just falls forward. Very rarely do you see Whitaker fall backwards. He's falling forward and gaining an extra yard or two. He's so long.
Even when he's being hit, he finds a way to fight it off and fall forward, as you said. He is long, very strong for only a sophomore.
Another Welch Funeral Home first down. I'm going to say close to 30 tonight. Has to be close to 30.
Ball at the 4-yard line. First down and goal. Whitaker again. He has hit this time low and will fall down as he crosses the 5-yard line. That time they got him by both feet and he couldn't keep moving. Tell you what, you got to give a little respect here to Marcus Wimberly, who is still in the game and playing defense.
Absolutely.
He's the commit from Bauxite to go to Oklahoma. Has not had the big night this week that he had last week, but he's still competing. On second down, they'll fake the run. McCoy wants to throw it. He will throw it. The ball is caught. That is a Badger touchdown.
Quintavion Morris, you know, that time they went with the fake handoff. They'd hand it off to Morris several different times. And then they went with the fake there and went to Whitaker with the fake handoff. They got him Whitaker several times. Were able to find Morris right there as McCoy did a nice job of on the pulling that one and then finding Morris in the end zone.
Extra point is once again perfect. Arkadelphia 42, Bauxite 0, exactly 9 minutes left. Clock continues to run here in the Good Sportsmanship rule. So we will take a break and come back with more fourth quarter action. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Go Badgers!
The drive was 56 yards and 8 plays. Arkadelphia scores another touchdown, and the game goes to a 42-0 contest against Bauxite. We are rolling along with the clock here. Down to 8 minutes left in the contest. We are going to have an interview with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker after the ball game. We're going to have stats from Jim Rothwell, and we will be talking about our post-game sponsor, Kerry Garnett, who covered a game this afternoon in San Diego where it was a balmy 70 degrees. High kickoff. We're down to 75 here. It's a nice night, as it turns out. Here is a kick return to the 15 and no further. I think, you know, Bauxite is competing, Chris, but they're just running low on energy right now. It's been a tough night.
They are, and that was just another good example of covering down by the kickoff coverage team. There have been two that they're not going to be pleased with, but the other ones they've really, really done a good job covering down.
Ball spotted at the 14-yard line, so a long field ahead of Bauxite. They've not been able to get in the red zone against Arkadelphia. Have scored no points against Arkadelphia tonight after 78 points last week against Fountain Lake. All right, Bauxite will line up. They want to try to put some points on the board. 6:54 left, clock will continue to run. Running play up the middle, not much there again as the Arkadelphia defensive line handles that offensive line. Even with the backups.
Yep, normally if you average 39 points over a 2-week span, it's pretty good, unless it's 78-0. A couple of new defensive linemen in there. Clark Wingfield in on defensive line. Saw Ethan Lewis, Caden Marlowe, one of the sophomores on that line.
Elijah Perry is in the game, starting quarterback, still in for Bauxite, but he's handing off. There's a good run out of the backfield. That is the speedster, and he might be able to go. Can Arkadelphia catch him? I don't think so. It's going to be a long touchdown run for Wimberley. Showed that speed that time.
It took 3.5 quarters, but Wimberley was able to bust a long one.
He did show some speed that time. Was able to outrun the secondary. 4.43 is what they say he runs in the 40.
Arkadelphia had a couple of guys who were right there, just reached out and grabbed the jersey, just couldn't quite
get a hold.
Couldn't quite get a hold of him.
He is an exceptional athlete. Long touchdown run of 86 yards.
Bauxite doesn't have enough players on the field. They're going to have to run one on real quick, but still plenty of time left on the play clock.
Extra point attempt is up, and the extra point is good. So it is Arkadelphia 42, Bauxite 7. And the clock is down to 4:46 and is continuing to run. 2 plays, 86 yards. 86-yard run by Marcus Wimberley. So we'll keep it here and talk about the Arkadelphia offense, which will come back on. I love these games, Chris, when the younger guys get a lot of meaningful action in a varsity game, and that is happening more and more for Arkadelphia since they've hit conference play.
It is. You know, we mentioned this will be 17 straight conference victories for Arkadelphia in 4A7 play. The average has been 34.6, and it's right now it's at 35. The average margin of victory.
Wagner deep to receive this kick for Arkadelphia. Roberts also deep. Purifoy also deep, but they're also ready and aware in case there is an onside kick. There was an onside kick by Bauxite to start this game, but Arkadelphia recovered it and then quickly went down the field and scored their first touchdown. When you have a rolling clock, it really rolls. We're down to 3:32 left. I'm sorry. Yeah, 3:32 left in the contest. He looks like he might be desiring an onside kick.
Yeah, that's the look. That's the look. That may be all they do.
He's going to bounce and be caught by Arkadelphia. Some bravery on the onside kick. He got run over, but he held onto the ball.
Yeah, I think that was, Ethan Lewis. Tremendous job of fielding that one, knowing the sophomore, knowing that the contact was coming, and just fielded that one and cleanly, took the hit, kept possession for Arkadelphia.
Yeah, that's an opportunity for Bauxite to take out some frustration and hit somebody very hard, but he held on to the football and prevented Bauxite from having a successful onside kick. Now Arkadelphia, first down and 10 at its own 49-yard line. A handoff into the backfield comes the Miners, but he's breaking that. He's into the 32-yard, 47. I'll get the number right in a minute. 37-yard line. I was just so amazed by that run. The sophomore Whitaker is quite a player.
Jim, he's got it.
I'm trying all the different numbers until I get the right one.
He might be close to 100 yards rushing.
Ball at the 37. He picked up 12 then, or actually 14. Here's a running play. They hit him in the backfield, and he won't go down. He'll make it back to the line of scrimmage in another yard or two.
That should have been a loss of 1, 2. That should have been a loss of 5 yards. Ended up being a gain of 2.
Really strong work by the sophomore. Strong work. Badgers just handing off and moving down the field. They do have 2 receivers top of the screen. Here's a handoff. They want to go short side. There's some yardage again. It looked like he had nothing. He's still moving to the 20, to the 15, to the 11-yard line.
Whitaker, man, that was a solid run. Solid run.
I thought he certainly was going to run out of space. He did not. Chris Babb is going to head down to the sideline so he can get a post-game interview with head coach Trey Shucker. And Arkadelphia lines up from the 11-yard line. The Badgers take a high snap, and now they're going to hand it off. And he's hit this time without much of a chance to go anywhere, so a loss back to the 13-yard line. 1:10 left. Let's see. The running back is slow getting up, but he's okay. Whitaker is okay, but a defender is still struggling. The clock has stopped at 1:03 left. Seen a number of players struggle with cramps tonight on the Bauxite side, and I'm thinking that is his problem again. He's sitting up. It's going to take just a minute. So we're going to take a break since we have an injury on the field. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers!
And we are back to action. Arkadelphia lined up, ready to start this play. Starting quarterback McCoy is still in there, but of course he is just a sophomore, getting a lot of experience this year and playing extremely well, especially tonight. High snap again, running play, some yardage up the middle. This is Reed inside the 5. He is spinning, he's in! Touchdown Arkadelphia. Well, the sophomore running back Whitaker was a bit shaken up, so he came out. The starter Reed back in for one play, and he turned it into an 11-yard touchdown run. His 3rd touchdown run of the night. 11-yard run. That was a drive that only took 4 plays. They've had a few 4-play drives for touchdowns tonight. And Arkadelphia has 48, going for 49 with Mr. Seth Molinari, and his kick is up and perfect again, as it always is, it seems. 49-7 is the score after the extra point by Molinari. Arkadelphia in complete control. The clock is down to 7 seconds, so this game is just about to end. I don't think we'll have a kickoff. Down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. This game is ended with a final score of Arkadelphia 49, Bauxite 7. So the big showdown turns into a one-sided affair as Arkadelphia takes care of business defensively and offensively and dominates this game. Arkadelphia had a nice 28-0 lead at halftime. They got a touchdown in the 3rd quarter to send it to the good sportsmanship rule, and the Badgers were able to tack on 2 more touchdowns, and 1 touchdown on a long run by Wimberly of Bauxite was the only score for the Miners. So Arkadelphia will go to 2-0 in conference play. Bauxite will fall to 1-1. We're going to try to bring you some scores in the postgame show, and Jim Rothwell will have stats in the postgame show. We'll also have an interview with Arkadelphia's victorious head coach, Trey Shucker. I want to see if Ashdown and Malvern were able to win and stay perfect in the conference race also. We're still early in the race, but Arkadelphia looking very, very good at 2-0, and a big win over a improving Bauxite team that scored 78 points last week against Fountain Lake and only 7 tonight against Arkadelphia. When we come back, we will have the Blend Real Estate postgame show brought to you by our good friend out in San Diego, Kerry Garnett, champion quarterback of the 1979 team, and our only sponsor from the state of California. We're glad to have him sponsoring our postgame show. As always, glad that he is one of so many alumni that listen to our broadcast, and glad that he sponsors this also. So we'll come back and we'll have Jim, we'll have Chris, and we'll have Coach Shucker on. We'll be talking about Badger football, this game, and what comes next. That's coming your way on the postgame show. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says Go Badgers.
There is quite a story to tell statistically, and Jim Rothwell is going to tell that for us. We're into the postgame show sponsored by Blend Real Estate out in Southern California and San Diego with our buddy Kerry Garnett. This is Jeff Root in the postgame show. Chris Babb's down on the field. He'll have an interview very soon with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. But first, let's go to Jim Rothwell and talk about stats.
As we talked about at halftime, the Arkadelphia defense was just phenomenal tonight. Through most of the game, they just dominated the Bauxite Liners offensive line. Prior to Wimberly's long run, he was a -3 yards, and he had touched the ball 9 times. I don't understand when your best player only touches the ball 9 times, 7 on rushes and 2 passes.
Yeah, I think they wanted him to receive
I think they would try to get it to him, but
he just wasn't open, was he?
Yeah, Arkadelphia would not let him get the ball, or if he got it running, they were in his face. He was running sideways just about every time. But he ended up with 8 carries for 83 yards and the 1 long run touchdown. He did have 2 receptions for 5 yards. Perry was 7 out of 17 for 41% and just 54 yards. Total yardage, 157 for Bauxite. Without the long run, it would have been under 100 yards total offense for the Arkadelphia defense. Pretty clean game. Not a lot of penalties. I think Bauxite had 2. Turnovers were limited. Arkadelphia had the 1 turnover and had, I believe they just had 1 penalty tonight. And that's a big improvement for them on that. Offensively, we got to see a couple of sophomores shine as well. McCoy had another great night. 18 out of 27. So that's 67%. He had 225 yards. Most of that came in the first half. 100 of it came in the first quarter there. He had 4 TDs. He did have the 1 interception. Again, spreading the ball around between 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different players caught the ball tonight. Spreading it around. Wagner had a big night, 3 receptions for 62. Purefoy had 3 receptions for 28. Wagner was 3 for 47. Finley was 3 for 62. Just spreading the ball around. Roberts had 4 catches for 44 yards. Several TDs there for different ones there in the receiving. Rushing ended up with Reed had 11 carries for 67 and 3 TDs. And then we got to see Whitaker with 12 carries for over 102 yards. And that was basically in probably a quarter and a half because he really didn't start till probably midway when the third quarter came on and the sportsmanship rule had come into effect. So a great night for Arkadelphia's offense, 193 yards rushing total, 225 passing. Good balance there. Again, limited the turnovers, limited the penalties. We're seeing if that continues, they're going to be very hard to stop, and particularly with that defense. They are swarming to the ball just every time.
Chris, sometimes I think I've heard coaches say they worry about a homecoming game because there's so many distractions during the week of homecoming and just before the game and homecoming. I mean, they're all wonderful. You want all the students to celebrate homecoming. This was a team that was ready to play Bauxite tonight.
They came out ready to play. They were prepared for that onside kick to start the game. I'm sure they had talked about that. Our Bauxite was going to try to get something going early and didn't. Then Arkadelphia quickly scored. Probably should have scored the next time, I think, or maybe the third time. Had several opportunities, even just to miss some points there in the first quarter. Even could have easily been up almost 35 points in the first quarter. A few mistakes by Arkadelphia, but overall a great game. We're just seeing them improve every week.
Really seemed to be a complete game, also with a wonderful job not only by the defense but special teams too.
True. Molinari, I mean, he's just automatic on those extra points. And
really
his kickoffs, he's good at placing them so that the coverage can get down there and pin people in. We saw time after time, Bauxite have to start within their 20 because they would try to return and they would get the coverage was so good. I think one time that opening of the second half, they had the one long return. And other than that, the kickoff coverage was great for Arkadelphia.
The secondary played well for Arkadelphia. The linebackers played well for Arkadelphia. But I thought as we look again at those stats for Bauxite, I thought the difference was the pressure on the quarterback.
It definitely was. Again, it's hard. I keep up with, just a net yardage. I don't know how many lost yardage plays there were.
Several.
And big lost yardage plays, -7, -8.
And then you've got the plays where the quarterback wisely just threw the ball out of bounds because he was going to be sacked.
Right.
And so those are, again, no-gain plays.
Right, and even the ones he sometimes completed, he was scrambling to get those. I remember at least 2 of those. He had to scramble to make the completion. He was on the move. He couldn't just set up in the pocket and throw the ball. And I don't think he ever was able to do that all night.
I tell you what, Bauxite is a team with some talent. Just because Arkadelphia was able to use the good sportsmanship rule tonight doesn't mean that Bauxite doesn't have talent. They do. We saw that with Wimberley's long run at the end. They're going to win some games throughout the rest of the conference season. But Arkadelphia showed that if you're going to keep Arkadelphia from winning a championship this year, you're going to have to play awfully well because the Badgers are ready offense, defense, special teams.
You're going to play well in every area of the game. That's what we're seeing with Arkadelphia. The defense is playing well. Every part of a defense, the secondary, the linebackers, the defensive line. We see the offensive line continue to more or less control the line of scrimmage. After we got through those 3 bigger schools at the beginning where it was rough on the line of scrimmage, playing 300-pounders and all that.
Yeah.
It's the difference moving down here. They're controlling that line of scrimmage, giving McCoy time to set up and throw most of the time as well. We saw the running game pick up in the second half as Bauxite was getting tired.
All right, Jim, thank you very much.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have an interview with the Arkadelphia head coach, Trey Shucker. We're going to have a lot of good things coming in terms of a recap of the scoring tonight and also a scoreboard where we look and see how the other teams in the conference did. All that coming your way after this. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
The Board of Directors at South Central Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fulfill a need other internet providers were not able to provide in our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.net or call 855-269-3429.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands. Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 Exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consultant. Contact Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler says, "Go Badgers!"
Back to you in the post-game show. This is sponsored by Blend Real Estate and our buddy Kerry Garnett out in San Diego, who's very proud of his Padres, by the way. Very proud of his Padres and tuned in right now. He's already covered his high school game as a sports journalist out in San Diego. Let me give you a few 4A scores, and then in just a moment we're going to have that interview with Coach Trey Shucker. Gravette 35, Green Forest 8. That is in the third quarter. Of course, we're through a little bit earlier than most because of the good sportsmanship rule. Pocahontas 26, Gosnell 6. That's in the third quarter. Highland 46, Truman 8. That's in the fourth quarter. Another fourth quarter score in a close one. Pottsville 20 and Clinton 17. Waldron falling tonight to Dardanelle 46-0. That's a third quarter score. Also in the third quarter, another close game. Mena 28 and Lamar 21. Playing that game in Mena tonight. In the third quarter, Ozark 39, Dover 7. Also in the third quarter, it is 21 for Hamburg and Helena West Helena 6. That's third quarter score. Also in the third quarter, another close game. DeWitt 27, Star City 22. Third quarter score, Stuttgart 35, Crossett 6. Third quarter score, Warren 14, Monticello 7. That's quite a matchup in the third quarter. A one-touchdown game, Warren playing at home, up 14-7 over Monticello in the third quarter. Fourth quarter score, Mansfield 34 and Charleston 31. That is a 3A score, and late in the second half. Let me see if we got another 4A score, as my scoreboard has jumped on me. Looking for scores in the conference. And I am seeing, well, they're late getting our conference scores up, but let's see if we've got anything listed. And I am not seeing anything at the moment, but we'll keep trying for some of those conference scores. Really like to know what Malvern is doing tonight. Since they're 1-0 in conference play, really like to know what Ashdown is doing tonight as well. We'll bring you those scores a little bit later on. But first, more importantly, let's go down to the sideline.
Not yet.
Oh, we're not going to go down the sideline.
No,
we're working on that.
Okay,
we're working on that.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Well, we'll have it soon.
Yeah.
Chris Babb going to bring us that interview with Coach Shucker. Let me play around. I might have to try a different scoreboard in the future because I'm seeing these as games that were not played, but I sure feel like they probably
I
are
will tell
playing
people
some of these games tonight.
If you are still with us, the Fearless Friday was here. Of course, I think Channel 7, every station in the state was here. Channel 7 did their 5 and 6 o'clock news from the D zone down in front of the amphitheater in the end zone. Channel 11 made it the THV 11 game of the week.
Right.
Nick Luttrell was here with that, and then Fearless Friday was here, and the Fearless Friday reporter got the team together and got some. I can't imagine what the producer back in the studio is going to be saying when he just hears on the microphone, because he stood in front of the team and then told the team to get loud. And so that'll be a neat little piece of footage for those of you who watch high school Friday night to check out some scores. Fearless Friday, Fox 16 probably will have a good little clip there.
Here is a local score: Bismarck 15, Smackover 7. That's a third quarter score, and a close game. Oh, here's one we're doing just for Gavin. It's Magnet Cove 35, Glen Rose 35 in the fourth quarter.
Exciting one. A little bit closer than this one. Little bit closer than this one was. Bryant didn't have a close one either. Our friend Michael Westbrook is already leaving the stadium. He probably doesn't have a Blend Real Estate post-game show that he has to do for the Bryant Hornets.
Once again, there's plenty of reason to celebrate. So very soon we're going to have an interview with Coach Shucker. I think he also tends to bring his kids on the show, which I love, Chris. We'll see if he's able to do that again.
I do think Remy might make an appearance tonight.
All right, we're ready. Let's go down the sideline.
Go Badgers.
Go Badgers. That's good. Remy starts us off with this one. Coach, congratulations. We had 49 points, but I think we really have to talk about the defense. By our stats, Jim Rothwell, 24 plays for 24 yards in the first half for Bauxite's offense. The defense really controlled this game from the start.
They really did. Football game. And our defense really dominated from the very start. Hold on a second. We knew that we could do that if we tackled well, if we could control the line of scrimmage like we thought we could, if our linebackers fit, our secondary fit like like we knew that we could. We knew that we could really shut them down, and that's what you saw tonight.
You saw a lot of negative plays.
Yeah.
The defensive line really disrupted what Bauxite wanted to do offensively.
Yes, we really did, and our defensive line is the strength of our defense right now. When those guys are playing like they did tonight, it makes things easy for us in the back end, and our guys up front, they really got after it tonight. You saw what they can be like, and it's tough to go against. We see it every day in practice, our own offense, and we make each other better.
Coach, congratulations, big win.
Thank you. Go Badgers.
Go Badgers.
How much fun is that? That is fantastic. Very, very excited family there with the Shuckers. Chris Babb with us again now. I love that. Let's bring her on every post game.
We had Hayes in the booth.
Yes, we did.
Melvin had a Shucker the fourth. Now we have Remy. It's just the entire family. You get
we believe in families around here.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
You could tell it was a happy coaching staff and team. It was just a dominating win, and that's what they needed. The Fearless Friday reporter said, "How do you think you can shape up in winning conference now?" And he's like, "Coach speak." Followed for about 15 seconds. Win next week. Prepare. Yada yada, but I think they do feel like they have a team that can compete, not just in the conference.
Right, no doubt about it. I tell you what, maybe we picked up a couple of scores from Jim. Thank you so much, Jim. Final score: Ashdown 34-0 over Genoa Central, and we're still looking for a Malvern score. We'd love to give you that one. Also, we don't want to preempt Rex Nelson or anything. He's got a great highlight show that's going to start here in about 37 minutes. But we do want to bring you some scores, especially from the conference. And I'm not surprised by the Genoa Central score. They're going to struggle this year without a doubt. But I'm interested to see how good the other teams are going to be, because Arkadelphia right now is looking like they're going to be awfully hard to beat in this conference race.
Right. Offensively, you saw what they could do tonight, but I think that defense is what is – the defense is garnering the attention. People are noticing the defense.
Right.
People are noticing
right.
what
For
the
good
defense
reason.
is doing. You hold a team that scored 78 again. Obviously, Fountain Lake is its first year back in 11-man after being an 8-man. But you done players of the game yet?
We have not. We're ready for that.
I was thinking about that defensively. How do you pick one? I mean, I'd have to go with the entire defensive line. There were 4 to 6 guys in that rotation, and Elijah Perry 15 times tonight had about 2 seconds where he had to decide what he wanted to do, and the pocket collapsed, and he was sacked.
I'm with you, Chris, because, I mean, the secondary covered very well, some good receivers.
Right.
The linebackers played well. But when the defensive line, without blitzing, I mean, just the defensive line put so much pressure on the quarterback, he was sacked several times. He threw the ball away several times to avoid a sack. He just didn't have a really good chance to do extremely well. So he's a good quarterback. He's going to play well against some other teams, but this defensive line dominated tonight. So our defensive player of the game, the entire defensive line, and talk about some of those guys that stood out, because I'm talking about some tremendous play by the Arkadelphia Badgers. I saw several of them really standing out as usual tonight, but I think Skylar McClure I'll mention in particular.
Yeah, Skylar McClure, one of the defensive ends. The other defensive end, Jacoby Campbell and Xavier Williams. Then in the middle, Nikeeson Wimberly, Lance Gully, LaJavis Moody. To be a 4A team, to have a rotation of 6 players where you can rotate in and not have any drop-off is a luxury. Coach Evans, the defensive line coach, Coach Kaiser, defensive coordinator, they've really got a luxury there.
So Ashdown and Malvern both got wins tonight. Malvern a big win over Harmony Grove 52-12. So Ashdown, Malvern, Arkadelphia all 2-0 in conference play. Bauxite falls to 1-1 in conference play. Let me just go over a couple of these scoring drives. Really impressive for Arkadelphia. The Badgers got the ball first. They got good field position because of an unsuccessful onside kick. And then they went 55 yards in 4 plays, got a touchdown from Reed. After that, they held Bauxite on fourth down at the Arkadelphia 39-yard line, and they were able to move the ball to the 26 of Bauxite, but then they ran out of downs. 2 possessions later, Arkadelphia touchdown on a Reed run, 4:29 left in the first quarter. It was 14-0. That was a 4-play, 24-yard drive after a bad punt. Then Arkadelphia takes over at the 31-yard line, a 2-play, 31-yard drive, 2:33 left still in the first quarter, 21-0. Arkadelphia stopped a long drive by Bauxite at the 38-yard line of the Badgers and then turned around and went for a 62-yard drive in 6 plays, 28-0 when McCoy passed to Whitaker. And then Arkadelphia had that 28-0 lead at halftime. They came out with the first possession of the Badgers in the third quarter, and they got a McCoy to Roberts touchdown pass that put it to 35-0. And from then, it was the good sportsmanship rule.
And that's why we're wrapping the post-game up show before 9:30. It was a good effort. I think that first drive of the second half, where Bauxite had the long return, Arkadelphia from that point had negative 10 yards on that drive, forced a punt, went down and scored, and that was it.
So, having described offensive drives for touchdowns, offensive player of the game for you, Chris.
I was down with Coach Shucker when you went over the stats, and I don't know how you determined one from this one. Caden Whitaker had a lot of yards. Kyle Reed had 3 touchdowns, I guess, 3 touchdowns on his senior homecoming. Jay Purifoy had some notes. So, I mean, maybe just because of the 3 touchdowns, Kyle Reed might be my note.
I like Reed for it also, but I didn't mention McCoy, though. The sophomore quarterback, 18 for 27, 225 yards, spread the ball around to several different receivers. Great job again by the sophomore McCoy. And the senior on homecoming night, 3 touchdowns for Reed. He was sharing time the last 2 years. Now he is the featured running back and doing a super job.
Absolutely. Three-headed monster at running back when you're able to get Blake Moody back.
Yep.
Kyle Reed really had some strong runs tonight, so I'm good with that.
All right, Reed is our offensive player of the game. The defensive line, our defensive players of the game. And we are going to wrap it up by telling you that Arkadelphia is looking impressive. A big showdown against Bauxite turned into an Arkadelphia win. Mercy rule, or I'm supposed to say good sportsmanship rule. Sorry about that. But a 49-7 win for Arkadelphia.
You can't say 2-minute warning in college because it's trademarked.
Stay away from that.
That's right. You have to say 2-minute timeout. You need to say sportsmanship
good sportsman
rule.
Because we're good sportsmen. That's why we say good sportsmanship rule. That's why we do that. I want to say thank you to Jim Rothwell, as always, on stats. I want to say thank you to 2 very important people who helped out on a night with a lot going on. But Gavin Wallace, Phil Bird, super job. Phil's up on top in the nice, cool 75 degrees of the second half, shooting the game. Gavin's in here in the heat helping us out, getting started. Chris Babb started on the field in his suit, escorting his daughter, who is a member of the homecoming royalty. And then, of course, he came up. He did change clothes into something a little cooler.
Really quickly.
And that worked out well. So we had an unusual night, but a big night for the Arkadelphia Badgers. I want to say thank you again to everybody. And we will be back with you next week. Going to be an exciting rest of the season into the postseason for this Badger team. This is Jeff Root. Good night, everybody. And Abby, tell Mary Kate, we'll see her soon.